All right, you are here on the Hot Tag Podcast. I am David Richardson. You probably know me as Boxman. And we've also got.
Yes, sir. I hope you're tuning in live, and you got Shaheen, and yeah, we got. I'm excited for this one, man. I'm excited. We just did a show. We did a live one on Saturday, just to recap everything that we missed on the previous episode that never aired. So if you listen to that one live, you got an exclusive one, which is why I highly suggest you guys start listening live. So
Yes, you never know when the show will not record. Technology, people, it sucks.
yes, sir. It's technology is awesome when it works. When it doesn't, it's just shit.
Yes, especially when you're trying to record a podcast for other people to listen to.
Yep. So, with different concepts to introduce to the podcast, and just off air, we were just talking about this. So we're gonna come up with different topics every week, and we're just gonna, use it as a conversation starter and just kind of talk about that for a couple minutes, and then, yeah, we'll get into Raw and everything else. So for this week, we're gonna talk about some really good wrestlers that really did not capitalize on their potential, and that's simply due to the fact that they just had no connection with the crowd. Guys with not much charisma, maybe their delivery is off, maybe they just can't connect, maybe they're terrible on the mic. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and one of the top guys that I think had a lot of potential but just had zero charisma. He was not good on the microphone. He could not connect to the crowd. Was Dean Malenko.
Yeah, and which is he was a damn. I mean, if you remember those matches he had with Ray in WCW,
Yeah, even
those go ahead. I'm sorry.
even ECW. I mean, the ones with Eddie,
Yeah,
phenomenal.
all of them. Yeah, he really was amazing. It's just the crowd didn't seem to care.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think he ever smiled on camera, not once. This guy just had zero emotion. Just a cold-hearted bastard.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, man. He I don't. It's like, yeah, I can't even think of that much about him except some of those exceptional matches he had with Ray
Exactly.
in WCW, and like you said, the matches with Eddie, and even his matches with Benoit. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
So
Benoit, that's somewhat of another guy that really couldn't connect to the crowd as much as I don't know. I think I don't know, man. He's a hard one because he kind of did connect to the crowd, but that was really through his in-ring performance. It wasn't because of his personality. It's not because it's not because he drew people in. It's more because of his in-ring style and things of that nature. But yeah, that's another guy that was really just boring on the mic and just zero charisma and obviously a fucking maniac. So
yeah, and we'll leave all that wonderful stuff out. But yeah, I mean Benoit, I mean, he was over for a little while. The crowd did connect with him for a little while there. They wanted him. It was like they really did want him to be champion. And him and Eddie, when they're a little tighter. I enjoyed it, but yeah, it did take him at least a very long time to connect with the crowd. But I mean, there's been other guys where it took a long time. I mean, it took The Rock a long time to connect with the crowds.
oh, definitely.
I mean, they used to chant "Die Rocky, die." How do you that shows how good he is, because he turned that around.
Yeah.
He completely turned that around, and it was just it's great. But yeah, I mean, obviously, look what he's done since.
Yeah. Another guy,
But
Triple H, similar to The Rock, took him years to connect with the crowd.
yeah,
I mean, he sucked as Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I mean, the only match that I really recall from that run was the match against Warrior, and I guess the one match against one of the Godwins, where I don't even know what the match was called. They were rolling around in pig feces and I don't know, and he actually cut up his back pretty bad, and he was just rolling around and crap with the busted open back, and yeah, not very sanitary. But yeah, Triple H is another one of those guys that Yeah, it took him a couple years to connect to the crowd. Pretty much when he joined DX, and I'm thinking that Shawn Michaels had a lot to do with that. Because Shawn, he always obviously connected to the crowd. He was good at that. Yeah, that's another guy that he did connect at the end, and he's more connected now than ever because he got over 9.99 with the crowd. So I mean, you have to have connection with the crowd to get over a fucking, a chant like that. 9.99. I mean, did you see how many signs there was in the crowd that had 9.99?
Yeah, I mean, he got over with not even that. They drove that thing into the ground again this week.
Yeah.
But now they're joke. It's like they're actually joking about it. Like they've made a joke of themselves with it.
But it's kind of genius, man. I don't know. Everybody's bashing this and just saying that they're kind of stupid for basically bashing their own product and making a joke out of it. But I think if they came out extremely serious about it and just kept saying 9.99 and kept force feeding that into you, you would get tired of it. But with them making a joke out of it, they're kind of getting the people involved with this. And as you can see, there's signs. I mean, the only reason, honestly, it probably wasn't trending on Twitter is because you can't hashtag 9.99 unless you spell it out.
Yeah.
I think if they could use numbers, that probably would have been trending worldwide the whole night. I mean, it's the most over thing in wrestling, man. I'm going to go ahead and say it. 9.99. The most over thing in wrestling.
I heard that, I didn't go watch the network after Raw, but I heard that they even put $9.99 on the cake for Hulk Hogan.
They did. That's going over, man. That's just...
And I mean, Hogan is out there for his birthday. Hogan, how do you feel? Well, let me tell you something, brother. $9.99. Oh my God. No, Hogan. No.
Can you imagine Macho Man if he was alive? Oh yeah. 9.99.
I don't know if he would do it.
Probably not.
I don't know. It's just so... I don't know.
Yeah, 9.99. That's all that matters, man.
That's it. That's all they really care about, obviously.
Shit, that's all I care about is $9.99.
Yeah, no kidding, man. It's... Oh, boy.
I think I'm going to get that tattooed on my neck, so maybe
Jesus.
I can show off my $9.99 tattoo.
There you go, man.
That's how over it is that I'm volunteering to tattoo that on myself. And I hope nobody actually takes me up on that and expects this, because it's not happening.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, don't do that, man. That would be very bad.
As I said last week, I already have enough shitty tattoos, so no more.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about that. But yeah, I mean, they drove this into the ground, but... man, anyway, we were talking about... Let's see, I'm trying to think of someone, too, that didn't connect. My God, my brain's going... I got like 30 of them. I need to try to stop on one.
There's a lot.
Man.
There's a lot.
There are, and I really can't think of one right now. I don't know. I mean, you go back to the 80s, and a lot of guys did, but that was because they were cartoony, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, look at Del Rio. He's another one. Really good in the ring, but just never connected with the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, never did. I'm wondering if we had music playing behind us there for a little while.
No.
We might have on the stream. Anyway.
You got a bone?
Yeah, Del Rio. I mean, yeah, you're right. He was doing everything he could, but just couldn't. At times, for a while there, Ziggler, and...
Yeah, I mean...
Then suddenly he connected, but yeah, Del Rio is probably a damn good example of one, because...
Yeah, definitely, man. Another guy is like Shelton Benjamin. Really good in the ring, but just zero charisma.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you kind of feel bad for him, but...
Hey, what is he doing nowadays? Is he still in Japan, or...
I don't know. I mean, I know him and, for a while those two were, him and, Damien Sandow's cousin. friend, whatever, same guy. Charlie Haas.
Oh, the house.
Yeah, Charlie Haas, who basically they're treating like Damian Sandow now. Yeah, he. I know they were at ROH. They had that little thing where he was drinking, I guess, backstage. Charlie Haas, and then I don't know where he is, but Shelton Benjamin, he was good. He couldn't talk though.
Yeah.
He just couldn't talk.
Yeah. He was. Yeah, he definitely killed a crowd.
Yeah, but then there's guys that I think that their music is more over than they are. I mean, I'll put Fandango right there.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely.
He's not connecting with the crowd. They like the music.
Look at Fandango now, man. The guy, like I said before, man, he looks like a fucking old stripper, that has to dance around, and the ring is his platform. It's not a stage. Well, I guess it is a stage, but
yeah, kind of.
He looks desperate, man. But again, it's hard to feel bad for these guys, even guys like Zack Ryder. I mean, how can I really feel bad for a guy that's getting paid like $150,000, $200,000 a year just to sit backstage? I mean, I know he wants to wrestle, but I can't feel bad for you.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but I don't know, man. Kind of feel bad for the guy, but I don't know, man. It's so different now. I mean, they don't even care if they're. I don't know. Who was it that said it? JR, said a lot of the guys are just happy with their spot. They're just happy getting the paycheck. And that kind of makes everybody complacent, and that's kind of why we're getting what we're getting. I kind of agree.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there are a few that aren't like that. For example, Ryder, like we were talking about, because it seems like he really wants. Another guy is Ziggler. I mean, I'm sure he's getting paid, and he's not happy with his position, obviously, because he wants to exceed his expectations. I mean, he's expected not to really, go any higher than the mid card, if that. He wants it, man. If you listen to his interviews, like we were talking about before, the guy he wants it, and you can hear the passion in his voice. He wants this, and he's probably going to get it one day. It wouldn't surprise me.
No, but will they treat it like a Daniel Bryan situation? Like, I mean, they kind of, even though they gave Bryan what we were all looking for, they still sort of put him on the back burner. No, I wouldn't say back burner, but they still, basically put the guy down all the time. They're doing it now.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, man. I mean, his first feud coming out as a champion is against, what was it? Was he Corporate Kane back then, or was he Demon Kane? Whatever he was. I mean, come on. Kane? Really?
Yeah. We can get into Kane. That whole Kane thing's got me confused. The guy hands his mask in, and suddenly he's just back to being regular old Corporate Kane.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess we'll get into all that when we get into Raw. But yeah, that just confused me.
Yeah, that whole thing had me a little mad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, they're good at confusing people. That's for sure. They another thing that really irritates the hell out of me is them just dropping the whole nation gimmick, the Nation of Domination, the new one coming up. They just completely dropped it, and the part that really irritates me is the fact that they probably think that we're just stupid and we're just gonna forget about it in a week. And yeah, they think that our mind just remembers, the previous week and forgets about the one before that. And it's not the case with I'm not happy.
No, the WWE thinks that we all just have no memory, and they've even been accused, of saying that it's that we have no memory, and they don't remember that. Well, some of us do.
Right.
Matches that kind of never happened.
Yeah, like Big Show and Lesnar. Remember when they were having that whole thing at Royal Rumble, and they were trying to make such a big deal out of it, like this has never happened before, and you faced each other numerous times. I mean, come on. People are not stupid. I understand maybe like the newer crowd that may have not watched that, or but still, I mean, I don't know. From my understanding, Kofi's having matches as a solo wrestler, and he's still a face, and they basically dropped the whole gimmick. So
Yeah, but didn't they show those? No, they were all just standing together last night. That was it. And when they were up there for Hogan.
were they standing next to each other?
Yeah, those three guys were just standing next to each other. But I don't know what they're gonna do with that whole thing, man.
Well, that still gives a little bit of hope. The fact that they put them next to each other, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit, but
I mean, I was excited for it, man. It's something different. Those three are so boring that they needed something.
yeah,
I mean, Big E, they've already pretty much ruined the guy. I mean, he still has a little bit of momentum just because he's new and they haven't bashed him and shat on him for years like they've done with Kofi. You know, Xavier Woods is just... Do I need to even comment? I mean, he's pretty much hired because he's in school and they want to just show that off. That's pretty much it.
I definitely think that's why they brought him up, because they kept him in NXT until they got the, what is it? He got a PhD, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they kind of kept him around. But yeah, I mean, they do want to exploit things. And of course, every time he's in the ring, they do mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do mention it. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that they, but yeah, you got to sort of understand why they push, that. I mean, yeah, he's a good, smart guy. So.
Yeah, I guess, man. In fact, I watched the network, which you can get, of course, for $9.99 after Raw last night, just to see what else is going to go on with Hogan, which was not worth it because it was only about a minute and a half left, and a minute of that was John Cena taking up space as usual and just talking his usual bullshit. And yeah, at the end it was funny because Cena kind of he talked for about a minute and just taking up the spotlight, of course, as usual. And he kind of just said, all right, well, we're not going to take any more of your time. This is your birthday. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. And he kind of just leaded the pack. This is the stuff that I don't... Because he kind of like ordered like Nash and everybody pretty much follow him. I don't know. The way it just came off, it just seemed kind of douchey to me. But yeah, that's usual Cena. I mean, that's nothing new. But yeah,
No.
$99 on the cake though. That when I saw that, I was like, all right, this is becoming a bit too much. I thought it was funny at first, but for them, they're gonna start putting it on people's fucking tights and stuff now. Just $9.99 on Kofi's tights. I don't know.
Dude, what they're gonna do is be like MMA. They're gonna write it on guys' backs.
I can see.
And stuff like that. But dude, come on, $9.99 on top of the cake. Don't you get it? That price is so cheap, it takes the cake.
Oh my god, man! They're probably
that was horrible.
They're probably gonna put that on the network.
Oh god, that was horrible.
$9.99 on the cake, because it takes the cake. You get it? Shut up! Come on.
I hope they don't put that on there. I won't even take the ownership that I said it.
Fucking Michael Cole, man.
Oh wait, we're recording this, aren't we? Shit, it's on there now. Anyway, but real quick, if you go to the Facebook, I did start a little chat room. So if you guys were listening live and want to go in and chat, go to the Facebook, and I just put the link up there a minute ago.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a chatsy chat, but it'll do until we get our website going and a real chat room in there.
All right.
So. And there shouldn't be a password because Tazo is in there right now and he got in. So just wanted to throw that out there in case anybody felt like chatting.
All right.
So
Let's say you must enter a password to get in.
check the one in the comments. Check the link in the comments. Not I probably need to just delete that one and put check link in comments. Matter of fact, let me go back to Facebook now and do that. That one should work.
Yep, that one does.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this link completely. And put use link.
Meanwhile, you do that. Fucking Yeah, the WWE Network, man, they drew me in to watch the rest of Hulk Hogan's party, which I really enjoyed, but I just wish they did the whole Raw pretty much like that. I would have been much more happier. But yeah, that lasted about 2.5 minutes, and that was that, man. The $9.99 cake. I've seen it all now, WWE. I've seen it all.
Yeah, it's definitely they are driving. I mean, Michael Cole is holding up signs with $9.99, and
Oh yeah, I love that, man. That is hilarious. They put it
they're
in. They put it in front of his face, man. That's awesome.
they're really just. I mean, it. Trust me, it's annoying now. Wait 2 more weeks. You're gonna want to. I mean, just bash your head in while you're watching Raw.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and say this, man, because this. I mean, anybody. I don't know how they how they managed to put this together without feeling like idiots. Now, you mentioned the $9.99 cake, correct? The $9.99 cake. Where was this shown at? Exclusively on the WWE Network, right?
Yep.
So why the hell do they need a $9.99 on the cake if you have the network already? Why are you still trying to promote it? It's no one else has seen this but the people that already got it.
They were doing it for the audience to, go home and sign up. But even Lawler pointed. I heard a clip of this today. Jerry Lawler even said they don't need to know. They're already watching it on the network.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Lawler, for all people, Lawler to say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, man. But I mean, come on, anybody that goes to a wrestling show, I'm pretty sure they probably have the network, wouldn't you think?
They either have it or they definitely know about it. I mean, you're paying tickets to go to something you're a fan of,
Right.
but hey, I understand they're doing. But yeah, one that's on the network, don't push your network on your network. I mean, how much of a snake oil salesman do you want to sound like?
Exactly.
I mean,
Just it twice. Why?
yeah, I mean,
Help us out.
I'm in sales. I would never do that. I mean, you just don't push your stuff that much. You do eventually sound like you're just selling snake oil.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely getting funny. But Hulk Hogan, man, I can't even believe. I mean, he just went out there and totally shilled the network.
Yeah. He still looks good though, man.
He sitting there looking at him and Brock. Brock's arms are about as big as Hogan's, and I wouldn't mind seeing that match now.
Same. I have that, go on WrestleMania, man. I would buy that for 70. I would just pay 70 for that and have the network. There you go. I'll just help you out.
Unfortunately, there you go. What they would do though is they would put like Brock and someone as a tag partner against Hogan and probably Cena.
Exactly, Cena, of course, Cena.
So, but I would understand if they did that. They got to protect Hogan. He can't be in there the whole time. The guy can barely get to the ring. He bounces when he walks to try to look like he's not in pain.
All right, since we're talking about, I wanted to talk about this later, but since we're talking about this now, I might as well get it out the way. As far as SummerSlam main event, Brock Lesnar against John Cena. Let me have John Cena. You see how boring that sounds? The guy is just. Are you fucking boring or what, man? Anyway,
John Cena.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
John Cena, man. Anyway, Brock Lesnar, he was kind of getting in Hogan's face. Of course, he bumped Rowdy Piper, which I enjoyed. I thought that was awesome. And
yeah.
What do you think about this? Do you think Hulk Hogan is gonna like accompany Cena to the fucking match? I hope they don't do anything like that because I don't really see that happening, but it wouldn't surprise me if Hogan comes out and they kind of incorporate him into this gimmick because, I mean, remember last year WrestleMania, the Bray Wyatt and Cena match. They kind of did a similar thing where Bray Wyatt and Hogan had a face off, and everybody thought that Cena was going to be accompanied by Hogan, which didn't happen, thank God. But I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if they made it happen, which I wouldn't be a fan of.
No, it wouldn't surprise me either. It also wouldn't surprise me if they had 9.99 written on a shirt for him. But no, they would have announced it by now if they were.
Yeah.
But I could see Hogan maybe doing. No, I don't think so. I think they would have announced it. I think they've already realized Hulk Hogan does bring in people. I mean that third hour last night did pretty damn good. If you looked at the ratings today, it bounced from a 4.3 straight up to a 4.5 just for Hogan's thing. You know, so Hogan can still draw. You know, I was told a few months ago Hogan, after he left TNA, that Hogan has no name recognition left with the TNA stench on him.
No.
Not true, man. Hogan is and always will be, you know, Hogan. That's one of the main names you know in the business. You ask anyone, even if they don't watch wrestling, most people know either Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, or Piper. One of those three names everyone knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean he's definitely doing it. But they probably would have announced it to get people to tune in on the network for $9.99, brother.
Yeah. Go ahead and push that purchase button and get it for $9.99, and you can watch John Cena and Brock Lesnar on Sunday. Oh, is it Sunday night? It's Sunday night, right?
Yeah, it's this Sunday.
All right. Well, that wasn't a bad go-home show then.
No, it wasn't bad. I mean, it had its moments.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can go ahead and, since we're mentioning home show, let's go ahead and go. I'll start right now. Paul Heyman is the motherfucking man.
He is the greatest thing in wrestling.
I don't know what else to say. He cut a promo. The man rapped.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was, dude, that was so good. That was so. I wouldn't even say it was a. I guess it was kind of a rap. It was more like a riddle. He was doing like poems. He was just shitting on Cena pretty much. It was so fucking brilliant, man. This guy is a genius. I don't understand why. I mean, they give him the ball and they let him run with it for the most part. I don't think anybody writes his stuff, of course, but they should just let him work with more people. This guy is good for wrestling, man. I mean, come on. Every Monday, he's probably got the best segment on Raw.
Oh yeah, he's one of the reasons I'm watching is to see what Paul Heyman is going to say. You know, even I got a feeling that's why they put him with Cesaro, just to keep Heyman coming out there. Because, I mean, the guy is leagues above a lot of the guys on the roster, which, again, is pretty scary when a non-wrestler is that far ahead of guys that have been doing this for years. And I'll even put, I mean, Cena's been doing promos for years, and I'll give him this. He's been money on the mic many times. I'm not going to lie. I don't like the guy, but whatever. You got to give him credit where credit is due. He has been good on the mic. You got so many guys there that are good on the mic that have been there for years, and Heyman comes out, leaps and bounds ahead of everybody in delivery mainly.
Yeah, I mean, he just gets it, man. That's as simple as I can put it. He just understands what he needs to say to get the point across, and he knows what the point is. That's the important part. He knows what the point is, and he's just so good, man. I mean, even in ECW, this is nothing new. He was doing some of the best promos back then on his quote unquote on his shoots on TNA on the pay-per-views. I mean, he was good, man. The guy, he would let it go, and even if you watch his interviews, the way he carries himself throughout the interview is his delivery. Like you said, his delivery is everything. He's that good, man. He understands how to make it work, and I don't know, man. He really gets it. But the other things I was thinking about. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say he's a showman, and that's 90% of what makes him great. Is he is a showman, and that shows how much charisma he's got. Go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
Absolutely, man. I just wish there was somebody that would invest in him and let him run a company again. This guy would. I think now, if somebody else was in charge of management, not so much the management. I guess management as far as the finances and stuff. But I think he would probably be possibly one of the only guys that can create a competition for WWE if they actually gave him enough finances to run a company. I think he can make it work. The guy's good.
I think he could. I don't think he wants to do it again, which is one reason he hasn't. People have asked him all the time, and he said on when him and Edge were on Chris Jericho's show, he said he wouldn't want the headaches anymore. But I think he could do amazing things with the company. I think they should just, and he doesn't want this either, but give him the show, fire those fucking reality show writers. I mean, the guy that they just got rid of wrote for show, all reality shows, but none of them are wrestling related, and no wonder we're getting shows like this, because same guys that are writing shows like Total Divas are writing for wrestling.
Yeah, that's what we. Shit, man.
Let Paul Heyman do it. Oh my God! Wait a minute. You want us to let people that have had something to do with wrestling for almost their whole life write wrestling? That doesn't make sense.
I agree, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he just doesn't want the fucking headaches, man.
Well, he's always said that he doesn't want the headaches as far as working for the WWE and working on the creative team. But what if he had his own company? I think if he had the freedom to do his own thing, maybe, I don't know.
Then maybe Vince should buy TNA and let Paul Heyman have it.
Genius.
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They would never do it though.
Paul Heyman shows up at the fucking Manhattan Center, split screen with Vince. Mike, you know what? That would be gold.
Yeah, I can imagine it right now, man. I mean, that would be fucking awesome. I mean,
that actually would be. I know it's a complete hypothetical, will never happen scenario. So don't start sending us Facebook like you guys are idiots. What are you thinking?
Never say never. I mean, nobody expected Shane McMahon on WCW Nitro. I mean, never say never.
Yeah, and I still say they should have just let Shane take it, run it, compete with themselves. Wrestling would have been so beautiful if it had actually worked.
Yeah, but
yeah, because I think a lot of people were expecting that was going to happen. When I saw Shane out there, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. They had so much potential with the whole WCW roster. Even when they bought ECW, I mean, they could have. You know what? I would have even liked it more if they didn't even announce buying out ECW. If they just ran separate companies, and maybe some people knew, but that it'd be more interesting like that. And they did better invasion angles. I mean, the invasion angles they did was probably some of the worst ever. I mean, fucking XPW did a better invasion angle at ECW Heatwave 2000 than WWE and WCW did. Go ahead and put that on the XPW. A fucking wrestling company ran by a porn guy did a better invasion angle than Vince McMahon did with the WCW. That's horrible.
Yeah, they did. But yeah, and I don't know. There's been so many people that have gone back and tried to rebook that invasion angle, and honestly, none of them ever sound like they'll be good to me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Even now, TNA, they're pretty much doing somewhat of an invasion angle with, I guess, I don't want to say House of Hardcore, but the old ECW guys, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a little bit with the House, but they're not really bringing in that many. I don't know. TNA's got everyone invading them right now. Let's be honest, they're doing anything they can to try to bump up their ratings and look good to Spike right now, and I can't blame them one bit for what they're doing. But yeah, it's they're definitely
they have been popping up in ratings a bit more now, haven't they?
They've been doing a little bit. These little Manhattan Center, New York tapings are doing good, and they got plenty coming up. But I did hear they got rid of a couple of house shows.
Thank God.
So yeah,
took them years to get the concept. If you don't sell tickets, either cancel the show or just don't announce any more shows. I mean, TNA can barely pull in people for TV tapings? Who wants to go to a house show? Who are you going to see? I mean, I don't want to see Eric Young and Jeff Hardy with 70 other people at a baseball stadium.
No, me neither. And it really, I mean, it gives the, let me say it, the IWC more ammo. Why would you want to give more ammo to people who already hate you?
Exactly. They love it. They're weird, man. I'm telling you, TNA, I don't understand them. I don't understand the logic behind any of their concept. I don't get it. They're finally starting to do a little bit better, though. I think they're almost hitting rock bottom, so they're pretty much desperate. They're doing this out of desperation. They're getting better out of desperation, which is not the best way to get better, and but it is better than before. I just hope that they stick around, man. Honestly, I mean, we need a second company. No matter how bad it is, it's still a second company. If they're not around, a lot of these guys are going to be on the indies, and you're probably never going to see them again.
Yeah, but they've done this before. The whole, we're going in a whole new direction. Hold on to your seats. We're about to tear this place apart. And then, 3-4 weeks later, I'm sitting there going, why is AJ Styles beating everybody on the roster when he's leaving the company?
Yeah.
I mean, they have done this once or time. Well, once or twice, but I don't know. Like I've said before, I hope it's not too little too late for TNA.
Yeah, let's hope not. I mean, as I said on the last show, Dixie says this is nothing new. She goes through this every couple years. So, hopefully she's telling the truth and they stick around. But, yeah, let's hope for the better. But I guess we can go back to starting Raw and Paul Heyman. Kind of. How do we
absolutely amazing?
Paul Heyman. Oh yeah. Paul Heyman running TNA. That would be awesome, though, man. I would love that.
I would too. But that's enough of our fantasy booking there. We sound like Jim Ross now. So, yeah, but he came out, did an amazing promo. They showed some video of him, on beating the streak and everything, and absolutely unbelievable. But I just couldn't believe what Heyman did out there, man.
Yeah, it's really good, man. Speaking of JR, do you wanna start making some barbecue sauce and sell it off of here? I think we can sell more barbecue sauce than JR probably.
Yeah, we can do that.
Make some barbecue sauce, man.
Let's make some beer.
Yeah.
I'd rather go the Bischoff way and make some beers.
You're in wrestling podcast.
There you go. See, I'm
podcast until we pass out.
That's right, man.
I'm just drinking water tonight.
Well, what's that? I can't, man. I gotta have one or two when I'm here.
Yeah. I hear you, man.
So, after all that, of course, after Heyman comes out, does this amazing promo, the commentators plug the network, of course.
Yep, as always.
And then, I think Roman Reigns came down next, right?
I believe so. I'm trying to find my notes.
Yeah, Reigns came down, and this is when Kane comes down as just regular corporate Kane.
Corporate? Oh my God, man.
I'm still confused over what happened. Kane just hands in his mask. He gets his job back. He just comes out like nothing happened. And man, I can't. If I turn in my apron at McDonald's, I don't know if I can get my job back.
Can he just retire already? I mean,
they probably need to just put him doing something else. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm sick of seeing him because I don't mind Kane. He's another guy that if he's there, he's there. If he's not, whatever.
Yeah, corporate Kane the fuck again, man.
Yeah, it's just a little confusing how they really didn't tie, and you never know, they could tie all this in a week or two. You know how WWE likes to play with us, but
did you catch him botching saying that it's going to be in 6 days?
6 weeks.
Yes, SummerSlam's going to be on in 6 weeks. And
he caught himself.
Yeah, I love the crowd though, man. I thought it was a pretty decent crowd. A lot of people hated the crowd, but I thought it was a funny crowd. They were were kind of giving him a hard time for botching that.
Yeah, and I mean, then he just comes out and makes this match with Ryback and Curtis, or I'm sorry, Ryback and Curtis Axel. It's but not a bad match.
Yeah,
I not really understanding why it came out to be a DQ. It was really really didn't have a point at that. I don't know.
Did you see
but
gear?
He's got the worst gear, that guy.
He has a heart in the middle of his outfit, and I think it just says Ryback in the middle. A heart, like a one of the fucking cartoonish hearts, and it has Ryback in the. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. He looks like a fucking Care Bear, man. The Care Bears had the hearts. He looks like a big ass Care Bear. Ryback, the new Care Bears.
Get it trending, people. Hashtag Care Bear Ryback.
That's what he reminded me of. As soon as I saw that, I said Care Bears. Yep. Whoever that outfit, man, they need to be fired. I know this is the same guy that's doing Rob Van Dam's, which his outfits have been kind of lame recently. They used to be really cool, but I think the guy is just tired of doing this shit, so he's just scratching up anything on these on their costumes.
How many skulls with fire can you do and make it look different?
You run out of concepts.
Yeah, I mean, how many Ed Hardy paintings are there?
Yeah. Ed Hardy.
That's what all his stuff reminds me of. Ed Hardy paintings. I'm sorry. That's just what they remind me of.
I don't know why. Initially, I thought you said Jeff Hardy paintings just because TNA was selling his paintings. I don't know. It didn't catch me. Ed Hardy. I thought you were talking about Jeff Hardy's paintings, which I don't know, man.
No, the other guy, Ed Hardy, the one who has he has lighters and
the clothing line and
clothings and everything and coasters and all kinds of shit. But
rhinestone pants and glitter shirts and shit for men.
Yeah, he's got all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. But I don't know. This match was pretty decent. Ended in a DQ, and then I don't know who decided to let Reigns do this after match promo.
Yeah.
But that was god awful.
Yes, it was.
I mean, it sounded like they handed him a piece of paper and said, "Read this the worst you can."
He did. I don't know, Portland. Does it look like I'm ready? No, it doesn't look like you're ready, man. It does not look like you're ready. I'm sorry. It doesn't.
Does it look like I am ready?
Yeah. He sounded really awkward, man. I don't know. Because I'm a fan. I like the guy. I just think he's pretty bad on the mic. It doesn't seem like he's getting any better, but
he's really. It's like he's trying to push that Shawn Michaels deep, scratchy voice out, and he doesn't have to. He's got to. He doesn't sound like a Muppet like the other one did. He's fine. He just needs to talk. But yeah, he definitely. I just thought it was bad.
They gotta let these guys run with it, man. These scripted promos, that's what makes them nervous. If they just went natural and they were just organic with their delivery and their words, I guarantee it'd be much better, and they'd probably be much more comfortable in their position and roles.
Probably. I mean, and then he buttons it up with "believe at."
Oh yeah, believe at. Fuck Usos, man. I mean, I know they're related, but come on, man.
Maybe Tazo the Greek has a point.
Yeah, man. I agree with him. I'm sorry, I agree with him, man. The Usos, come on, dude. They were brought up as rich kids, and them running around acting like they're from fucking California, as the Samoan gangsters and shit. I mean, come on, dude. Stop.
Yeah, it's
silly.
Bad, but
silly.
I don't know. I mean, I like the Usos. I mean, I'm a fan of tag teams, and they're one of the few that are actually decent. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I just don't like their. I don't want to say personality, but just their the way they act, the way they carry themselves. But They are pretty good in the ring. They're Uso crazy, I guess.
Yeah. And then
Shirt ever. Uso crazy.
yeah, that's pretty bad. But yeah, Reigns just really, the whole Orton line with what's a viper when you take out its fangs? Well, it's still a snake. It's not a worm. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just needs to get a little better, and maybe they are letting him take a little bit more. Maybe they need to give him more scripted lines. I don't know.
I'm gonna punch your teeth down your throat, and you're gonna be a worm. I am Reigns. Believe that.
And he was not bad in the Shield, but maybe the other two guys just made him. Maybe he was just hidden behind the other two guys a lot, I guess.
He was. All he said was believe in the Shield for years. I mean, not years, but pretty much a year.
About a year and a half, you're right.
That's all he said was to just believe in the Shield.
Believe?
Even that, or just believe. Just one word.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, he must have definitely been hidden, but I don't know. We got, I know some people liked it, and that's cool. You're welcome to do that.
Yeah. Each his own, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we get a sign or a graphic saying Stephanie McMahon has a confession. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll just roll right past that. Rob Van Dam versus Seth Rollins is next.
Who do you think she's
Do what?
Who do you think she's banging? She's probably banging one of the guys on the roster. Who's the most de-pushed guy? That's probably who she's banging. Damian Sandow.
Which one?
Stephanie.
You think?
Yeah, she has to be banging somebody, man.
Nah, I think
de-pushed.
Nobody would want to do that to Triple H. Do you know what they would lose their career, man? In any wrestling association.
What if they wanted to leave though? That's a great way to go out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like Damian Sandow, he probably wants to leave.
I don't know. I think he'd be getting some sort of push. I still feel so horrible for this guy. We'll get it. Did he even come out?
No, but Sandow, just go ahead and have sex with Steph.
you don't really need the job.
Yeah, you don't, man. I mean, it's a bad position to be in. You might as well just make it happen.
Yeah. You don't really need that job. It's all good. Don't worry about that shit.
Yeah, you can get on the indies and make $50.
Sure. Actually, well, at least you could wear your own gear.
There you go.
But, yeah, Rob Van Dam and Seth Rollins. Another Rob Van Dam match.
I actually like this. I'm a big fan of them in the ring together. I think they have good chemistry. And, yeah, I can't, man. I mean, I'm biased towards RVD. I'm from ECW City, so I grew up on Rob Van Dam. I've seen him plenty of times, so I have a soft spot for him. But I can understand why people are tired of him. I mean, he's been doing the same shit for 20 years. He hasn't changed his style. He is pretty boring, but, I mean, it is what it is. I still like the guy. I think Rollins at least brings the best out of him, somewhat.
But, I mean, I was kind of surprised that RVD was having such bad matches with Cesaro, because there's a match that you would think would be a dream match, and then these two get in the ring, and it's like, these guys are shitting the fucking bed.
It's like watching, paint dry on the wall.
Yeah, and you would think they had a great thing, but, I mean, the same thing everyone bitches about Cena, he's this, he's that, is one of the same things. RVD has never changed. He's still wearing the same thing. I mean, doing the same thing, same fucking moves, rolling thunder. He's Van Daminator.
Yeah, I know. You can catch C's while watching his matches, but I mean, he's still different than Cena though, because Cena is all in your face. He's doing 20-minute promos every week. He's being shoved down your throat. Or Rob Van Dam just comes out and has a 10-minute match, if that, and goes away. It's not. I don't really mind it.
Yeah, and I still say, and I know I've said this a couple of times already, and we're only on our third episode, but I still think him knocking out Abyss's teeth shook him up bad, real bad, because he really just started putting nothing in his kicks. So I don't know. I really think that shook him up bad, which I would expect it to shake anyone. I mean, he knocked out two of those guys' teeth. I mean,
Norin is calling me a mark for like
I see.
I am, man. I mean, I'm a mark for ECW guys. Like I said, I'm biased. I mean, I grew up on the guys. I used to go to the arena as a kid, so yeah, you know. Never one of those type of guys to run up on them for an autograph, though. I always, whenever I meet a wrestler, I give them their space, and I respect that. So, yeah, I think that's really important, man. I mean, a lot of, I go to these conventions, and a lot of guys, man, they make me want to just hit them for them. They really just invade their privacy, even when they're going to the bathroom, when they're, getting a beer, when they're having a smoke break outside. I mean, come on, leave the guy alone. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, eventually you gotta back off and give the guy a little room to breathe.
Especially Jimmy Snuka, man. Better be careful with that guy.
Don't go to his hotel room.
Better not. Better.
Better not. But yeah, I mean, it was a decent match. I'm definitely not going to say it was bad, but then Rollins is going back up, and Ambrose breaks out of a present and attacks him.
Yeah.
I wonder how long he was in there.
I don't know. Probably some time.
I don't know either, man. I wonder, was he in there? I don't know. The live crowd would probably tell you if they wheeled out a gift on stage or something, but I think Rollins kind of gave it away when before the match, he stared at the presents and he was walking up and touching them and looking at them, and it was like,
yeah. I didn't like that. I thought it would have been much better if he was just walking back to backstage and he just attacked him out of nowhere without him, kind of searching for clues and tips on where Ambrose might be, and the whole paranoia thing with Seth Rollins. I'm not really a big fan of it. First off, it makes him look like a pussy, and I don't know. I think the guy has a lot of potential, man. I just hope that they don't make him another one of these guys that just gets lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, I do too, because he's definitely good, and he should be able to do what they got to do. But and then Ambrose gets on the mic, and what does he do? Plugs $9.99.
Yeah.
For $9.99, Ambrose is going to get his money's worth.
$9.99.
Yeah, and then we, on the way to commercial, we see Stephanie, and then Stephanie comes out for this. What do you want to call this?
Just a weird, awkward angle.
It's not weird. It's not awkward. It's a complete ripoff of Claire Lynch from TNA.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I saw the same people that were complaining about Claire Lynch on Facebook. This is great. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
What? But we get Megan Miller. Stephanie brings out Megan Miller.
She's a wrestler, isn't she? I read that somewhere today.
Yeah, she is. Hold on, I think I have it up here somewhere. I can find out if you want to go ahead and talk about that wonderful segment.
Yeah, I think that the TNA segment that they actually ripped off, didn't they get that trending on Twitter?
That was trending on Twitter after WWE did it. That's kind of scary.
That is awesome. Hopefully they get like 3 more TNA fans out of that. That'll
probably not.
That'll save them from, having their contract just not re-signed. But yeah, this segment, man, I don't know. I kind of liked it, and I kind of didn't. It was weird. I didn't mind it though. But yeah, Stephanie in the ring, and she brought out this girl Megan, and they basically said that Megan has been sleeping with Danny O'Brien, and he's been cheating on Bree, and it all started out so innocently, and it took a turn for the worse, and that she does not want to be the physical therapist anymore because she just can't do this anymore, and blah blah. And yeah, Bree comes out, and you guys already know what she's gonna do because they've been smacking each other for the last 4 months. Every Raw we get a smack, either from Stephanie or Bree. So, and of course, it was Bree smacking the hell out of Megan, which was an incredible slap. I mean, my God. I would hate to piss her off if I was Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, that was a pretty good slap.
That was a good slap. Definitely a good slap.
Yeah, it definitely was. So I don't know who that girl is. I seem to have lost.
Man, it's not important, man.
But yeah, she was definitely a local, an indie wrestler from around there.
Yeah. I mean, she has 0 acting lessons. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. That whole segment was a little. But the whole time I'm just thinking, I've seen this before.
Yeah. I liked it though. I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, everything is recycled, but yeah, this was definitely a rip off.
Yeah, and I mean, it had, and just the fact that it popped up with, they were trending Claire Lynch is a little.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or not, but I don't know. We probably don't need to get too much into that segment. It kind of spoke for itself.
Yeah. Are you excited for this match?
No.
Yeah.
To just be honest, no.
I'm actually excited for SummerSlam, but this match, I can't say I'm excited for. I know a lot of people are for some odd reason, but yeah, Stephanie in the ring with Brie Bella does not catch my interest or attention. I'm not into it. But
No, I mean, and what's and they've given this so much time and so much build up. I kind of hope they have a decent match so there is a good payoff. But I don't know.
it's not.
I don't know.
Dude, it's not gonna be a good match, man. Brie Bella's not good. I mean, Stephanie's not a wrestler. It's gonna be some shenanigans going on.
Yeah, there probably will be something going on, but I don't know. I'm hoping it's decent just for the mere fact that they've given it so much time. They've taken 2 main event spots on Raw to, deal with this thing. So I'm hoping it's decent.
Yeah.
I'm not going to... I know it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
decent would be nice.
How can it be decent, though? I mean, are we going to get a decent pedigree out of this? Is this what the expectancy is? I mean, what is...
Stephanie's pedigree looks a little bit better than Triple H's at this point in time.
That's about it. I mean, that's all we're going to get.
I was a little surprised, but yeah, Stephanie's got a pretty good looking pedigree.
Oh, my God.
Not bad. But anyway, what do we got next here? Swagger, Zeb, Cesaro.
Poor Cesaro.
Not even an entrance.
Poor Cesaro, man. My God.
Not even a damn entrance for this guy. This guy, last year at WrestleMania, just, he wins that whole Andre trophy, and they don't even mention it anymore.
Dude, he's just going downhill. I'm hoping that he's going to have better days, but, man, I don't know. I mean, what caused this? It wasn't even like... I mean, he's not the type of guy to rub anybody the wrong way backstage, I don't really think. He seems like he's a nice guy. And he's good in the ring. It's not like he botched anything or hurt anybody in the ring or, went on the internet and spoke his mind and kind of just bashed the WWE. He didn't do any of that. So I don't really know why he's being de-pushed so much. And they're definitely devaluing the hell out of Cesaro because, man, this guy was over. I mean, we thought he was going to be going against Brock in the near future, and he doesn't even, like you said, he doesn't even get an entrance nowadays.
Yeah, actually, some people were, kind of rumoring that this SummerSlam was going to be him and Brock, and
that's what I was thinking.
He's not even on the card. He's gonna be a fucking lumberjack.
Yep, exactly.
He's gonna be a lumberjack with Bo Dallas.
Oh man, the greatest.
Oh Jesus! Don't get me on this. Come on.
That's my boy, man. Love Bo Dallas.
Okay, well, luckily he wasn't on Raw, so let's not get into it.
And for president, he is the greatest. You just gotta believe, man. You're not a believer. You gotta believe.
I don't.
You have to believe.
I don't. But I don't know. I just
great.
I really wish Swagger or not Swagger, but I'm happy for Swagger. I mean, at least he's got something that means something. He was shit a year ago.
No, he still is, man.
But at least people are into his. He's connecting. There's another guy we started talking. We should have been talking about in the beginning. Could not connect with the crowd. Suddenly, he's got Zeb. He gets rid of Cesaro, and not Cesaro, but Swagger turns out to be the one who gets the push in that group.
Yeah, but do you think he's actually connecting with the crowd? I don't think he's connecting.
Well, whether they're connecting with USA or whatever they're connecting with, it's still him involved in the angle. So
yeah, but after this, he's going to be back to the same. Man, this guy is not. I don't know. He's not material. He's not. He's just whatever.
Unless they keep pushing him. I mean, according to they're high on him. According to a lot of people, they really like this guy.
No pun intended on because the guy is probably high right
yeah.
now.
But then again, I mean, a lot of people, I hear on so many podcasts, in so many interviews, praise for Titus O'Neil. I don't see it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But all these guys are praising him. Batista was praising him. Oh, the guy's unbelievable. They haven't even tapped into his potential yet. Listening to an interview with him, and I'm like, Titus?
Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, they're really big on him.
Wow. They love it. All these people seem to love this guy, and all I see is whenever he does stuff, I'm like, oh God, he's going to hurt someone. He's going to hurt someone.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway.
But hold on one second. Talking about Bo Dallas, imagine if this guy comes out. You know the R. Kelly song, I Believe I Can Fly? If he remixed that with I Believe I Can Fly, and he came out with that song every day, that's gold, man. You're welcome, WWE. Run with that. Pay R. Kelly, get him a couple young chicks to let him pee on them, and he'll give you the rights. I'm sure he will. You're welcome.
Oh, we do not condone peeing on young girls. Just want to put that as a disclaimer.
Yeah, we don't. R. Kelly does.
We do not condone that.
Yeah, we don't at all.
You want to pee on 18 older girls?
I still suggest you don't do that. It's still disgusting and weird.
You want to do it if they're over 18, make it rain, motherfuckers. Make it rain.
I wish I could casino, though.
Yeah, anyway. There you go. But, and then, the flag comes down after the match. I thought it was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that was a good surprise.
It was very rocky, but yeah, the music hits, the flag unfurls, and
yes, I liked it.
Yeah, it was so it was so corny. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, man. I liked that.
Yeah, I did. I gotta admit, I liked it. But yeah, and then we go. Let's see. You want to just keep going, or you want to talk about that more?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I like Rusev, not so much Jack Swagger, but have you noticed Zeb botching a lot of his promos?
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. He's getting worse every week because he was great when he first came. It just seems like the last couple weeks he's just messing everything up.
He can kind of play it into his character though, which is kind of good for him. And, he kind of does make it like his character's a bumbling, stumbling fool a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yes, I have, but I don't really. I don't know. Maybe he's been out drinking with Flair before the show.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Woo!
Woo!
Out drinking with Flair.
Drinking with Flair, man. I know I didn't mention this when we were talking about the Stephanie and Bree segment, but did you catch Stephanie kind of taunting Bree by moaning and saying yes in the fact of having sex? Like, did you see that? Is that? Do you think is that what Triple H hears every night? Because if that's what he hears, man, I am not interested. And Damian Sandow, if that's what you're gonna hear, I take that back. You should not bang her. That's not worth it. It's a nightmare.
You think Bree hears that every night?
Just
Daniel Bryan banging away, going yes, yes, yes.
Probably yes. That would be. I would do that if I was Bryan. That'd be my climax move.
Yeah, I'm sure. Triple H just probably sits there and goes, "Turn around, it's best for business."
Triple H is great, man.
We gotta do anal, Stephanie. It's best for business.
Do you think he talks to her in that same fashion? Just adding at the end of everything?
We gotta go to the store.
The Hot Tag Podcast.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is horrible.
Best for business.
He does love to do that, but yeah,
My wife is banging Damien Sandow.
Send him out there as an astronaut.
Make him a chopper.
All right, let's not drive this into the ground any more than we already just did. I guess we should get to the Chris Jericho, Bray Wyatt thing.
I liked it, but I thought it was weird that there was nobody else in the room to hold them back in case they actually had a fight. Like, what did they do after this? They just got up and walked away?
Yeah, they probably got up, shook hands, and said, "Man, that was pretty good. Way to go," and walked away. But that's not what you're supposed to think. But I couldn't get my eyes off of Jericho's horrible suit that didn't fit him.
Yes.
You can tell me that's a modern suit, but that fucking hipster piece of shit looked horrible on him.
He also needs to change his hairdo, man. His hairdo is just, it irritates the hell out of me.
Hair doesn't bother me at all. I don't care if you got a friggin' mohawk or what, but when you got a suit that plainly does not fit you, with a shiny shirt,
Yeah.
I'm going to call you a piece of shit hipster and not even fucking look at you anymore. That's all I can concentrate on.
It's hard to call a 40-year-old guy a hipster. It's weird. I've never really seen anybody go through like a midlife crisis like he's going through it. This guy's like, dyeing his hair now and doing highlights and getting tattoos and wearing tight ass suits.
He's reliving the youth he didn't get to have because of the wrestling business, I guess.
Probably.
So it's like, I guess we can give him a pass, but I just couldn't get my eyes off of that suit.
It's like similar to Michael Jackson. Never had a childhood. When he got older, he's kind of turned into a kid.
Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, but
well, he had some other problems going on too.
I'm not even going to do that joke. Anyway, let's not get the FCC calling us. So yeah, I mean it wasn't bad. Bray had some very weird cadence here. It's like he switched up his whole way of speaking for a little while.
I liked it, man. I think he needed to do this.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if they keep doing it, but
I think this was fresh, man. This was a breath of fresh air, man, because he was doing the same promo again and again. Although I think he's probably one of the best guys on the mic, right behind Paul Heyman, on the roster right now. This guy is so good on the mic, man. He's so good at playing that character. I mean, it's hard not to like him. He's just they got to do more with him, and I thought this promo actually got me somewhat excited for the match. I mean, I couldn't care less for this match beforehand, and after this, I'm somewhat excited for it.
I didn't think Bray was that good. I thought he was still talking in completely just. I didn't know what he was saying half the time. I don't know. It was kind of weird. Sometimes maybe I couldn't get my eyes off of Jericho's suit, but I don't know. He just kind of I don't know. It really is the same talk to me with the buzzards and the this and that and the following, and maybe it's just me, but I'm kind of getting a little tired of it. It's kind of little polarizing to me at this point, but not bad, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I could agree with you last week. I mean, that's pretty much how I felt last week. But this, like I said, this was fresh to me. I liked it. And it kind of reminded me of, I mean, not nearly as good, not even on the same caliber at all. So, but it kind of reminded me of the JR and Mankind interview that they had in like '98, where Mankind put the Man of a Claw on JR and kind of choked him out. That's what it reminded me of. And yeah, I liked it, man. I think Bray's awesome.
Yeah, I like Jericho here more than I liked Bray. I thought Jericho did good, even though again I couldn't get my eyes off of that fucking suit. But I thought he did good, and Jericho has not been great this return, and I like Y2J, but I don't know. I thought he was good here, and it ended well. I'll say that.
I'm gonna have to ask you this, man, because I mean, obviously a lot of people like Jericho. I've never really been big on Jericho. I've never seen what's the big deal. I mean, he's all right on the microphone. He's good in the ring, but I mean, he's nothing special. He's never been special to me. I don't know.
I mean, he was one of those guys that was, with, Eddie, and one of the smaller guys that was one of the first ones to. He was one of the first smaller, labeled cruiserweights to come up to WWE back then, and really, I mean, he made it. I mean, the guy debuted with The Rock. I mean, in that promo that they did. I don't know. I've always liked Jericho. I liked him in WCW, but I really liked him when he came to WWE. I thought they used him well.
Yeah, I've never been big on him.
I always liked I like him as a heel. I think he's a funny heel, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say he's great. He's one of the best, but I like Jericho. He's definitely decent. I've liked him for a long time, so.
Yeah, I've never really been big on him. But Bray, though, I really like Bray, man. I think that's who I'm hoping is going to get a push sooner than later. And although I don't really see that happening anytime soon, because apparently, I guess Roman Reigns got next, and we're probably going to see him and Cena holding the titles alongside with Brock for the next year or two. But maybe after that, Bray will, he'll get his nice little run.
Yeah, we'll find out. I don't know. We'll see. Man, he might. I don't know. I'm not sure I see Bray holding the title. Honestly, I don't know if I see it, but it might happen. I never thought I'd see Swagger hold the title, so I'm never going to say never.
He's definitely going to be a champion sometime. I mean, he's
possible.
He's Triple H's little pet project. He's going to make that happen.
Yeah, you got a point there.
It's going to happen. I know a lot of people were complaining in the chat room about me bitching about Jericho. I can't lie. I've never really been big on the guy. He's definitely, like, as they're talking about, the Lionheart gimmick was great. I mean, I thought I liked him more in WCW than WWE, really. We saw him as a mid-carder. I never really saw him as a main eventer.
I thought he was definitely a mid-carder in WCW, but I thought he did well at bringing himself into WWE and kind of demanding he become a main eventer, and he did pull himself into being a main eventer pretty quick.
Yeah, I'll definitely give you that. I mean, the way they portrayed him as a main eventer as soon as he came in. The countdown, they made it a big deal. I mean, I'll give them that. They definitely made something out of pretty much nothing, which he wasn't much in WCW, but they made him a big deal. I just personally, I've never really been big on him. It's not that I don't like the guy. I mean, I like him as a wrestler. I wouldn't put him in my top 10 or any, even top 20 probably.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I mean, he was a small guy, and for the roster they had back then of Austin, The Rock, Triple H, and, so many guys, and I think, was Brock there in 2000? No. And, I mean, they had some he put himself right in the mix with those guys, the Goldbergs and all those guys.
I mean, he beat Rock and Austin on the same night.
He's your first undisputed champion. I mean, they saw something in him. So, he came from being a mid-carder and made sure he made his presence known. You got to, I'll give him that. Yeah. So I guess we should get back to this wonderful Raw, where now we see. This was a hell of a match.
Maybe they saw his talent in singing, and that's why they were big on him. Maybe they saw this whole Fozzy thing coming up years ago. Maybe that's the key.
That's sarcasm, folks. I hope it is.
No, it is, man. I'm not a fan of Fozzy. Come on, dude.
Yeah, that
You would not see my dead body at a Fozzy show.
I wouldn't go either, but I don't know. He plays one of those songs every podcast. I just hit the fast forward button.
Yep. That's why I don't listen to this podcast.
I just push the button and it's gone. So next we get AJ Lee versus Eva Marie.
Yes, the greatest match of the night.
Yeah, and I'm. What is up? They had the match happen. Blah blah blah. What's up with WWE doing all the distractions, making me lose angles?
I don't know. They have an obsession with the roll up pins, and that's what they're running with. The last 10 weeks.
Exactly. I mean, the Layla and Summer Rae are distracting Fandango by dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, and and you're right. The roll up. That's exactly what I was going to bring up. The deadly roll up.
It all started with Kofi and Cesaro.
It's been happening for a long time in WWE, though. They've been doing this roll up thing for a while now, but it's kind of getting to the point where it's really damn annoying. But Paige skipping to the ring is what distracts AJ, and Eva Marie beats the champion.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Paige, we get another rhyme from Paige.
Yeah, I think Paige is a much better heel than a face, though. She's pretty decent.
Yeah, but we got a lot of rhyming on this show. Paul Heyman rhymes, and then Paige comes in and rhymes. I was waiting for they needed R-Truth out there to set the trio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, let's see. Should I go ahead and do the whole Paige thing?
Well, how many years has R-Truth been around since you brought him up?
Oh, he was at WWE for, I want to say, 2.5 years, left to go to TNA, and then came back. I'd have to look, but I'd give him back at WWE now for, 7 years?
So he's been asking what's up for 7 years? He still can't figure out what's up?
Well, he tried that song, Let's Get Crunk, but I think WWE figured out what crunk was and said, oops.
Yeah.
That's getting drunk and smoking weed.
I guess you could take it as that.
Or
just rowdy. You could just be
it depends. It's I don't know. He tried that new song and nobody caught on to it.
If I ever see R-Truth, I'm going to try to tell him what's up. Been asking that question for years. Somebody's got to answer it.
Someone should answer him, but
not
good. But yeah, I'd say he's been around for a long time. But yeah, Paige, let's see. Here was her whole apology she wrote. Roses are red, wood chips are beige. I'm sorry I pushed you right off the stage. It's not like I hate you. I like you a bunch. But you just have a face that I want to punch. I'll see you on Sunday, but this part is vital. I'll be skipping my way out of SummerSlam with my Divas title. I feel like I just read a children's book.
Yeah, do they hire somebody new that's writing for them? 'Cause we're getting a whole lot of riddles and poems and things of that nature.
Yeah, it's I'm not sure what to say, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham.
There you go. Just Vince back. Bring Vince back. Let him do the whole vomit and poop gimmick every week, and that's probably better than this shit.
Kiss My Ass Club and
Kiss My Ass Club is always great. They're probably going to put out a Kiss My Ass Club DVD. bonus footage, backstage ass kissing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I don't know, but yeah, that was we're getting a lot of rhyming on this show, and yeah, and then AJ attacks Eva Marie, and she really did attack her pretty good.
Yeah, I like AJ.
Yeah, and then of course they show Paul Heyman doing his little rap, so they bring rhyming into rhyming.
Yep.
But yeah, it looks like R-Truth came back to WWE in '08. Thank you, Weeble.
There you go. So he's been asking what's up for like fucking 6 years.
That's 6 years. Yeah, I was close with 7, but yeah, not bad. So, and then what happens here? There was a lot of talking going on from here. I don't think there was any matches at this point. It was this is when Cena came out.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you roll with it. Go.
Awesome. Well, John.
Show me that love.
John Cena came out, and he. See, I don't. I'll give him this, man. Cena is pretty good on the microphone. Like he has the microphone skills. He does good promos. It's just I hate what he says. It's not that I don't think he's good. He's good on the microphone. I'll give him that. I'll go ahead and say it again. He's good on the microphone. I just don't like what he says. I don't like the content. He came out, basically said that this part is what really surprised me. He said that he's not laying down for Brock Lesnar, and we can take that whatever way we want. I feel like he's talking to the smarky crowd that understands what laying down means, and that's what he's referring to as far as, you know, saying you can take it however you want. So I don't know, man. Please don't tell me this guy is winning at SummerSlam. That's what I just hope this guy doesn't fucking walk away with the title. Because if that's what's happening, the Hot Tag Podcast is going on a break for a couple of weeks. Because I'm gonna.
The hell we are. The hell we are. You're gonna let that shit go if that happens. But yeah, this was Cena is just so corny to me, and just like you said, it's not what he says. And you know, it's the same thing that makes Paul Heyman incredible. It's the delivery.
Exactly.
In my opinion, I'm a big fan of comics, and most comics will say your delivery is everything. So, you know, and it's the same with talking in anything. I mean, if you're a boring person, everyone around you is going to be boring because you are. But yeah, Cena just delivers lines very robotic and corny, which makes him come out to be corny, I guess. I don't know. His delivery is definitely, sometimes it seems very forced to me.
Actually, I thought his delivery was pretty good this time. I thought he was, when he gets emotional and he's emotionally invested in what he's doing. I mean, you could tell he's passionate about this match. He's excited for it. He wants to work with Brock, obviously. I mean, he looks like he's excited for it, and it shows in his promo. But it's just the content. It's him saying shit like he's not laying down for him, just doing stuff like that. And you know, obviously every couple months they tease him turning heel. So he says, when does John Cena turn? When is he gonna stop, you know, talking about his Kmart shoes? It's Kmart, come on, dude.
When he unleash hell?
Yeah, I mean, never.
Well, he's saying this week he's going to become a beast because that's what you got to be to beat the beast.
Yeah, well, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yep, I will too. But yeah, then he was taunting Brock a little bit. What do you come on down? I'm in your house. I'm a stranger in your living room.
Yeah.
You know, I was expecting him to break out with a chorus of "Stranger in My House." Sorry, I had to.
Were you?
Yeah, I had to. But you know, he comes down. You know, he talked to he just. But I do prefer serious Cena over. I'm gonna come down and just smile and make jokes about Brock Lesnar telling me I'm a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, much better.
You know,
he's serious. He's much better when he's joking around and he's trying to be funny. That's when I really can't stand him. I mean, in these type of segments, I can somewhat enjoy it because he is good on the mic. I can't say he's good on the ring, but he's good on the mic. It's just the content I don't like.
Yeah, and they brought up Brock's diverticulitis a few times too, which surprised me a little bit. But they brought it up. Heyman brought it up, and then he brought it up.
Yeah.
And I was a little shocked they brought that up, but they definitely did. Even Cena brought it up, saying, hey, Lesnar must have come down with diverticulitis or hepatitis or something.
Yeah, I mean that's usual, typical Cena for you.
Usual Cena was when he said "punk bitchitis."
Yeah,
that was usual. Oh, you just made it corny.
Yeah. And him taking his shirt off and challenging Brock to come out when clearly he already left the building, that made no sense to me. People were telling me that I'm nitpicking and Ric Flair did that and he always took his shirt off and stuff. Yeah, but Ric Flair was different because he acted like a nut. He also dropped elbows on his coat. That doesn't, they're not on the same level. He also, he did fucking leg drops on his pants, and he got in he took his pants off, for God's sake. I mean, we've seen Ric Flair in his underwear plenty of times in his boxer briefs. It's not the same as Cena. Him taking his shirt, that was just stupid to me. I mean, the guy's not even in the building. Why are you taking your shirt off? I mean, but yeah, bitchinitis or punk bitchinitis, whatever he said. And he said he's got too many fingers on his hand. What does that mean? What do you mean you have too many fingers on your hands?
What did he say exactly? I got it right here. Cena tells him to start with his hand because he has way too many fingers. Exactly what he said. And he'll give Lesnar the middle one.
How do you have too many fingers on your hands? How does that make sense?
If you're a six-fingered sloth.
Yeah, I guess he is. I mean, yeah. Can't really say much about this guy, man. But I thought it was a decent promo, man. It wasn't.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, Cena can definitely be money on the mic. You got to give him a little bit of credit where it's due, and Cena can definitely be damn good on the mic when he wants to be.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a good match, though, man. I think they're really going to put on a hell of a match. It's probably going to be the best match of the night.
They've put on some good matches already, and I'm hoping it should be, because it's going to be, it better be the main event.
Yeah.
I mean, if they put Brie versus Stephanie as main event, I might cry in my $9.99.
Yeah, I might ask back for my $9.99.
Yeah, can I get $4.44 back because that match sucked?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, it was not good. But then we forgot to mention that Brie and Stephanie were supposed to have a match after this thing, and you're right. Like you said before, you knew it was going to happen. Yep. Megan Miller's pressing charges. Brie is going to jail.
I thought this was brilliant. I like this.
Yeah, okay.
I liked it, man. I thought it was genius. I mean, come on. It was funny. I liked it. You knew it was kind of predictable. You knew what they were getting at. I knew what was going to happen, but whatever. I mean, it was, as Cole would say, vintage WWE storytelling. Yes, it is.
It is. That's exactly what it was. As soon as the slap happened, you knew what was going to happen, and they delivered exactly what you probably thought was going to happen.
Yeah, I thought it was well played. I thought it was pretty good. Just Brie, she's not a very good actress. She was kind of, I don't know.
No, she's not. And like I said, it's kind of weird because I have watched Total Divas. Don't judge me, motherfucker. And she's not that bad. And it's not reality. They're getting they're probably getting more scripted lines on Total Divas than they are on Raw. She should be able to go out there and do better on Raw than Total Divas.
Probably.
With both bullet points, but enough bitching about that, I guess.
We've been bitching the whole night.
Not completely. I think we liked something. Didn't we like something here?
I like the Bray. I like the Ryback and Reigns match. I like the RVD and Rollins. I like the Steph. Yeah, I liked actually a lot of the stuff. Actually, I guess.
Oh, so I've been bitching. Okay, whatever. Well, I didn't mind this match coming up next. It's, I mean, the Miz comes down, I guess. Doesn't he come down now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Standing on the table, talking about the moneymaker. I'm really not sure how long I can deal with this character.
Yeah, I was a fan of it when it started, and still a fan somewhat, but I can see it getting stale and getting old very quickly.
They'll just change him up, which they do all the time, so I don't know. But Heath versus Dolph.
Yeah.
I like both these guys, man. I honestly do. I mean, I know their mid-carders are probably not going to be much more. Dolph should be a little more, but I like these guys. I thought they had a fun match.
Yeah, Heath Slater, man. He's on a streak.
Yeah. I think they're going to give him Bo streak, and then I'm sure R-Truth will come down and break it, man. The fucking streak breaker.
There you go. What was the point of that? I mean, that got nothing out of it. Completely pointless.
I'm not even going to try to guess what the point was in breaking that streak. I guess they just wanted to. Maybe they thought that would develop the. I don't know. Like I said I wasn't going to guess, and here I go guessing. Maybe they thought they were going to develop the character more this way, a little more character development by not having a streak, since another streak was just broken. Maybe people were talking too much about it. I don't know.
Yeah. Plus, I guess Bo Dallas kind of got angry and got pissed off and pretty much beat the shit out of R-Truth, and they wanted to kind of show us his dark side, I guess.
And possibly with Brock coming back and the streak he beat, they didn't want people talking about two streaks.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the reasons. I wouldn't put that past WWE.
Yeah, although, I mean, how many people do you think really talk about Bo Dallas's streak?
It was all over the net, and it was trending one night.
Really?
Yeah, whatever number it was on. I think it was when he was like 16-0. It was trending.
It's not 16-0, man. It's 16 and Bo.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Whatever.
It's great, man. It's good. That's good wrestling right there, man. That is some good wrestling.
16 and Bo, go fuck yourself. All right. Oh God. Oh,
gotta believe, man.
I don't believe. I really don't like the character, but
that's why you don't. Man, it's John Cena all over again.
I do agree with it, and I do find it funny, and since you said that, but I just can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't get into it. Maybe one day I will.
It's gonna grow on you. Give it some time.
If I change my mind, you and the hot tag people will be the first to know.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So, and then so then we get that happens. Another count out. Well, not another count out. We get a count out for this match.
Yeah.
Because the Miz, another distraction. Miz distracts
Ziggler,
and we get a count out. At least it wasn't a roll up. So we're making progress here.
Making progress.
That's right, and of course, it's almost time for a commercial break. So WWE Network available in 170 countries right now.
$9.99.
$9.99. Available in the UK October 1st. Get ready, people.
$9.99.
Yeah. And then we get and just so you know, on SmackDown we're going to get The Miz versus Roman Reigns. Versus The Miz TV with Roman Reigns. Wow, I fucked that up.
Awesome.
Yeah, Miz TV. Awesome. Great.
So excited for that.
Yeah.
Once again, pure sarcasm.
Definitely. And then we get the main event, I think. Randy Orton versus Sheamus.
Yeah, I missed this match. I didn't watch this match. I'm sorry. I sit through Orton and Sheamus. There's no way.
I was cleaning my vaporizer during this match. So I didn't see much until the end of the match.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I saw Orton win, but you kind of figured that was going to happen. Orton once again pops that RKO out of nowhere. I do like when he does that. He does. I don't know if it's him coming up with it, but someone comes up with some pretty cool spots for that RKO every now and then.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I mean that one he did on Evan Bourne that night, right out of the when Evan Bourne was flying through the air, that was amazing, and he's pulled some definite cool spots with that thing off.
Orton is really good in the ring, man. He's just boring.
Did you listen closely for that pop he gets when he comes down there?
I did. He actually did get a pop.
I told you, man. No, we can sit there and say whatever about him, but the guy does get a huge pop when he comes to the ring. So he's over with somebody. I don't know if it's the Cena fans, but he's over with somebody, and
it's probably the females.
It could be his slow moving.
There you go.
His slow motion moving. But I don't know, man. But yeah, he definitely gets that. So
probably drives slow too.
Probably.
I can see him doing everything at a slow pace.
He might. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. He might. I don't know. But he's got a bus, so that's probably why someone drives for him. Yeah. He doesn't have to drive, because he probably does drive. That's probably exactly why. He needs a bus for that reason, exactly.
Yeah, slow-ass driver, man.
That's it, man. But, yeah, I didn't see too much of this match because I was busy.
Yeah, let's go get to the best part of the night.
It was the Hulk Hogan Birthday Bash.
Mm-hmm.
And we were right. Jimmy Hart was down there. We knew he was going to be.
Of course.
There was no doubt in my mind Jimmy Hart was going to not be down there, so that worked out pretty cool. And yeah,
Gene.
Let's see what Mean Gene is out there, and you gotta love when Mean Gene is out there. I always do.
Yeah, Mean Gene, man, he's a sick puppy.
Yeah, but definitely you gotta love Mean Gene out there, and he comes out there, and they played. I thought this was an incredible video on Hulk Hogan.
Definitely. The video package was awesome.
Absolutely amazing. It showed him as a child. They showed a bunch of old school. They showed WCW days. I was hoping, they were going to show Dixie grabbing on his leg.
Yeah.
But you knew they wouldn't. But it was a really amazing video. I thought it was just unbelievable the way they did it. It was just amazingly done.
Yeah, I love the package. Thought it was great.
Yeah, can't say enough about it. It was perfect, just perfect.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then Okerlund starts bringing people down. Well, before that, Hulk Hogan has to plug the network not once but twice. Vince gave him a gift of $9.99. That's just how much the network is, brother.
There you go, man. $9.99. How many times did they plug that on the show?
I'm not even going to count, but
5.
Yeah, and then people start coming on down to the ring, and Flair's music hits. The crowd starts going crazy. Buckshot Paul Orndorff is what I'm calling him now because he looks like he's from back in the 1800s.
Yeah,
looks like he should be carrying 2 6-shooters on him.
I was surprised that he even came out. That was a big surprise.
He looks good. He does look good. I think he just battled some cancer recently and beat it, so he's definitely looking good.
Yeah, good for
Hogan
him.
wasn't showing much emotion for anyone coming down there. Really just kind of remained pretty stoic and statuesque. And
yeah, that's what I was saying in the chat room, man. He seemed like he was not happy whatsoever to see anybody.
No, Orndorff and Piper came down with the death stare, and I gotta say, it was so good to hear the goddamn NWO theme again.
Yes, sir. That was awesome.
It was absolutely awesome, I thought. But yeah, you were right. Hogan just looked like he didn't care for anyone coming down. I guess maybe he was trying to not cry because when they did go back to him after everyone finally came down, it looked like he was about to burst into tears at one point.
Yeah.
So maybe he was trying to just be a man.
Brother.
Yep, and then we got to hear that wonderful line again from the man Scott Hall. Hey, yo.
Awesome.
And I think I got chills when he said it.
Yeah, man. Scott Hall is amazing, man. He's awesome.
God, just hearing some of those older guys come out and talk. I would like to just hear... Why are they not bringing these guys back for managers when they can talk so goddamn good is just amazing to me. Yeah. Scott Hall, Jake the Snake, Nash, I mean, he wasn't the best, but he could talk better than most right now. Yeah. But Hall, bring that... I mean, maybe they're not bringing him back because it might not be the best thing to him be on the road again right now, but...
It's a liability risk.
Okay, so he can't work with guys over Skype?
No, he could do that. Yeah.
But I mean...
He could be doing that now. We don't know.
He could be, but I mean, I think they got a bunch of people in there as trainers. I mean, you know, they just got Tensai in there as a trainer, too, so who knows? I don't know, but yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to be on the road, really. You don't have to be. It's 2014. So, who knows? But yeah, it was great to hear Hall again, and Hall took a little survey. It was a very short survey. He kind of rushed through it. I think they were probably pushed for time here. But asked the crowd if they want to see him in the red and yellow or the black and white. And, of course, the crowd loves a heel, so they cheered for the black and white, and Hogan rips off his shirt. And then what I thought was another genius move by WWE. They did make a lot of good moves in this Raw. I'll gotta give him that when you say it. But Lesnar comes down. I loved it.
Brock Lesnar.
I loved hearing his music coming down right now. It was a perfect surprise, I thought. And
he looks, man. I mean, he looks like a wrestler. You know, he looks like he should be a wrestler.
Yeah, absolutely. A wrestler or what else? I mean, what else can he do? Fight.
He's built like a fucking buffalo.
Yeah, he's built like a fucking animal at least. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But he came down. Brock bumps into Piper, which
I love
you said earlier was a great moment. I thought it was too, but yeah, and then he stares down Flair, and you know, Flair's probably going, "You can't even pay my bar bill." You know, but he just, and then I wasn't crazy about Cena coming out at the end for this, but what else can you do? It's the go-home show. You already got Brock out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand why they had to do it.
It's one of the only things that makes sense, and I'm air quoting here, you know, for the WWE to do. The only other thing that they could have done is have, you know, Lesnar back out, which would have, you know, back out of the ring, which would have made him a pussy, but I don't know. Personally, what I would have done is have Nash and Hall try to attack Lesnar, but that's me.
Yeah, but you know WWE is so cautious nowadays. They don't want to have Kevin Nash tear his quad again, lifting his finger, and fucking Scott Hall, I don't know, man, break a hip or something. They don't want to take any risks, you know?
No, and you can't blame them. They're a public company. They don't want anyone getting hurt on their watch. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, everyone in the chat room saying, you know, the old guys get a better crowd reaction than the current roster. I totally agree. Absolutely. And but you know, they do bring these guys out when they feel they need to, and this was a good night to do it, and Go Home show was great. All in all, I know we've complained a lot about Raw, but it really wasn't that bad of a show.
Yeah, I would give it a thumbs up. I would definitely give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of here to nitpick it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we're here for. If we didn't nitpick, this would be probably like a 15-minute show. Just give results and leave.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so bad. Nothing, I mean, you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah. The only thing that I wish they would have done is have Cena and Lesnar go at it for a couple minutes. I mean, having Lesnar just walk out. I didn't like that. That's my only complaint about this segment.
At the end there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's the go home show for SummerSlam. They don't want to.
They could have had a pull apart.
They could have, and I thought that's what they were going to do. And Vince Russo wrote a whole article on Raw yesterday saying the same thing, and they could have had a pull apart. But really, why? It's kind of not worth it to be on the go. It was supposed to be about Hogan, but you can't make it about Hogan. If this was last week and it was Hogan's birthday, I don't think Brock would have come out at all.
No, definitely.
But this being the go home show, you got to have your main event and the show with something. And I guess that was the way to do it. And having Brock at the end just scream, "I am a mercenary," was... And if you looked, I rewound it. And look at Paul Heyman. He looks down at the ground like, why does he speak?
I love the stare down between Hogan and Lesnar, though, man. I thought that was...
Yeah.
He looked good next to him, man. His arms are, just like you said, just as big as Lesnar's almost. I mean, he's in good shape. Let's get one more match out of him, man.
I think if you're going to get one more match, it would only be one of two people, and it would be Brock or Cena to do a... I know I don't want to see Cena either, but in WWE's mind, there's only one person.
No, I'm talking about Lesnar. There's no way they would put him in the ring with Lesnar.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, Cena would happen, but Lesnar, no way. Lesnar,
maybe even a Roman Reigns at one point to put him over. Maybe.
You see, they still don't trust him enough to put Hogan in there with him.
No, but I mean, a year down the road, I mean, who knows what's going to happen in a year? I mean, but I could see Hogan going in against another young guy, put him over. Maybe even like we said earlier, a tag match with somebody to put over a younger guy like Reigns or somebody. Hogan's never had a problem doing that. I know everyone. Oh, Hogan doesn't. Yeah, Hogan definitely takes care of tear guys when he needs to.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Hopefully he puts them over. I don't know. I mean, he didn't want to put Shawn Michaels over at SummerSlam.
Yeah, but I mean, he's had no problem putting a bunch of other people over. I mean, everyone complains about this guy not putting people over.
Warrior.
Anybody? Warrior. Anybody remember the finger poke of Doom?
Yeah.
I mean, he put that guy over pretty good. It was just, it was one of those things. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people say he ain't putting anybody over, but he wouldn't be in the business as long as he has if he wasn't putting some people over when he had to.
Yeah, but the finger poke of Doom, I mean, he didn't technically get beat, so he's not really putting the guy over. It's not like, you can't really go with that.
Not completely, but I mean, he's definitely put over his share of guys. Rock, Warrior. I mean, you could probably go through his career and see more times Hogan's lost than won.
Dude, we're going to get like 10 people that he's put over. Sting, maybe.
Sting, yeah. I mean, off the top of my head, I mean, I'm probably not the best person to recall. Like I said last week, you give me a poker hand, I'll remember it. You give me a match, I'm not going to remember it at all.
There isn't too many, though.
Yeah, there's not, but when they're booking him the way they were booking him like that back then, look how they book Cena now. To not put that many people over and to look like the superhero. That's how they were booking him back then. He just wasn't out there every fucking week with his same shtick.
Yeah.
So it might... I don't know. You might see... I don't know. I don't know what it... but... Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at stuff here, but...
This was a really good segment, though. I thought they did a good job.
Yeah. All in all, it turned out to be definitely a good Raw, and I loved that last little party. I thought it was fun, and it continued on the network.
which you can
And
$9.99.
that's right. And did you I guess Vince showed up out there and everything after the show, from what I heard. Um,
No, I
but
didn't. Or
yeah, I guess Vince showed up. From what I'm, let's see, from what I read, it says Vince showed up afterwards and thanked Hogan and all that stuff. I think, I don't know.
yeah, I missed that part.
I'm trying to pull it up here right now, but it's my computer's not.
Yeah, I think when the cake came out with the $9.99 is pretty much when I stopped watching.
Did you catch any of the 30-minute special they did between Lesnar and Cena?
I watched the beginning, but I thought it was just going to be pretty much what they aired on Raw, so I just didn't watch it. But I mean, the whole thing with what they've been letting Lesnar pretty much say what he wants, which I think is pretty cool, man. I mean, the guy he was swearing like crazy. I mean, he said the F word probably like 4 or 5 times in that segment.
Yeah, yeah, he did, and everybody. Yeah, I didn't catch it. I was actually going to go home tonight and watch that because a lot of people said it was a really, really good 30-minute video. I didn't catch a bit of it, but a lot of people are saying it was great, so I definitely want to catch it.
Yeah, might watch it after this show.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning. I'm planning on going home after this and watching it. But a lot of people said it was great. Definitely something to keep your eye on, and definitely something to watch. But I don't know.
Do you think that they're trying to get a bit more edgy now, since they've pretty much been saying "bitch" every show for the last 2 months? They've been, swearing a whole lot more. I don't know. I don't know if the WWE Attitude Era is never coming back, of course. But do you think that they're trying to push the envelope as much as they can with the PG rating?
I think they probably do, and this is another thing, kind of like TNA. They do this every now and then too, where they'll start pushing it, and then you're gonna get Big Show in a diaper in a few weeks.
Yeah.
But it's they do this every now and then, but they never fully go ahead and do it. I can see that, like yeah, they've used the word bitch, and even they are getting a little more edgy, but they kind of do this during the summer every year.
Probably. I haven't noticed much. I mean, I haven't been paying attention, but
I probably should pay more attention, but I think they do this every year during the summer, is get a little more edgy for the summer. And then once it comes to, starting for the summer, for the WrestleMania build time, they clean up their act a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But
I feel bad for us having to report wrestling after SummerSlam, because it's gonna get boring, man. It's only a downhill from now.
It usually does go downhill from there. We'll see what happens. I don't know I don't know. But hopefully it'll I mean, how much worse can it get?
I don't think it's that bad right now.
No, it's not that bad. I mean, they've got a few new. I mean, they're starting to pull the trigger on a couple new characters here and there. We got the Wyatts and I'm liking Ambrose out there, and again, thank God he's not the cookie cutter WWE that they want, but they're still pushing him.
They need to give them better T-shirts. Their T-shirt designs are terrible, man. My God.
As bad as that T-shirt design for him is, I don't know if anyone's seen it. I posted it on the site of the Facebook page a few weeks ago, I think. It's halfway. I mean, it's probably one of the shirts I would wear compared to a lot of the wrestling shirts out there. At least it's got sort of an old school ECW-ish feel.
Well, which one are you talking about? I'm talking about Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns. All of their shirts are pretty bad.
I'm talking about the Ambrose shirt, the white one that just says, what does it say?
Delusional or unstable or I don't know.
Unstable.
Yeah.
In the scratch logo writing. Not horrible, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. They could do something better than that. I mean,
you would think they could, but I mean, their creative doesn't seem to be
very creative.
that good.
Yeah, it's ironic. They're creative as not creative.
Yeah, definitely. They're not being, and like I said, that's because they're creative. As a bunch of guys who are writing reality shows.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's
So,
talk about this for a second. I saw this earlier. Apparently TNA is, I'm not sure if they're doing this thing yet, but it's just an idea, and they're gonna have a package where you can purchase basically a backstage pass, essentially for 3 days, I believe, where you basically get to do promos and get to go to classes and do all this different stuff that an actual wrestler in training would do for 3 nights and 3 days. And guess how much it costs?
how much?
$7,500 for 3 days just to be backstage at NXT. Like, what the fuck? Why would anybody? Oh man, That's like it's almost half of a car.
This is TNA doing this?
No, this is WWE doing this. NXT.
WWE? Oh, okay. I thought you said TNA.
NXT.
What?
Yeah, and it's not even like all 3 days are just full of different classes and etc. It's just you basically get a pass to go and work out in the gyms that they can work out at, and I think like one or two classes is included, and you get like a 30-minute promo class, only like 30 minutes for $7,500. But yeah, I wonder how many people are actually going to do that.
I got a feeling a lot of parents are about to be being begged by their kid for $7,500. Oh my god, that's a lot of money. Yeah, that is a lot of money.
This is surprising. Somebody by the name of Simon has entered the chat and is asking, "What is this?" It's a chat room.
Let's just keep going. What is this? Yeah. Anyway, if you can't figure out what it is, then you haven't been on the internet in a while.
Somebody. Yeah.
Now, speaking of selling and doing weird things and selling weird things, I guess we could go ahead to this. TNA is selling pieces of the Dixie Carter table. The table Dixie Carter went through for $199.99.
Yes. And do you know how many pieces they have?
How many did I get to know?
They have 86.
86 pieces. That is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Now,
like 7.
folks, if you know TNA, just wait a couple of weeks. This thing will be 99 cents.
Yep.
So just hang tight. You'll be able to get your piece of Dixie table. It comes with a certificate of authenticity, a picture of the table, a piece of the table. This is all framed.
Yes.
Oh, go to the website. I put up a picture. Not the website. Go to the Facebook. I put up a picture a while ago.
$200, and an autograph is not even included. At least you could autograph the piece of the table.
No, a picture. It's a picture of the table, Bubba holding the table, a picture of Dixie going through the table, a certificate of authenticity, which I find to be one of the most comical things on this whole thing.
Yeah, that is stupid.
And a piece of the table, and there's some writing on the something else, which I can't. I took the picture off my phone, so I can't read it.
Yeah, there's no audio.
No, but this is $200.
Yep, 200, and you can have the WWE Network for 20 months for that price. What would you rather have? 20 months of access to the network, or a piece of the table that may have not even been the same table that Dixie went through? Because I mean, I can just see them just putting a bunch of wood and just shipping them out for $200.
Yeah, I mean, you get a certificate of authenticity, but I mean, I own a printer. I can make one of those too.
Yeah.
This is wow. Yeah, so I thought that I would bring that up because I think it's ridiculous. So I thought I would bring up something ridiculous. Good job, TNA. 199.99. I know you people are lining up right now. Calm down.
Should we start plugging the Dixie table like we plug the $9.99 from now on?
Please, no. No.
You can get the Dixie table for $19.99 right now.
Yeah. I can't. That's just amazing to me.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that is absolutely just amazing to me. But wow. I mean, they got some weird stuff on their website for sale, but that might be some of the weirdest. But we're sitting here talking. We were talking about the creative team earlier, and I wanted to get the shows that guy had written for who just got fired. The guy has written for shows that include Arliss. I liked Arliss. Dennis Miller's show, Wanda Sykes' show, Law and Order, and Married with Children. How does that relate to wrestling at all?
Listen, man, and none of them are wrestling fans. That's why the product is so shitty, because they hire Hollywood people just to impress pretty much, I guess the stockholders, just to impress them. Oh, we hired this big guy from Hollywood that was behind, fucking CSI and so forth. It's just, I don't know, man. And apparently we're having a party in the chat room. So if you're listening to this live, join the chat room.
Oh, I just put party on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Party on, Garth. Party on, Wayne.
Yes, it is a party.
It is a party.
Internet party. That's what that's.
It's a sausage fest. Shut up, weebs. So, fucking prick.
That's great. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, let me go over to the, unbelievable some of the stuff that's happening here. But I'm just trying to go through some of the news because we actually talked a lot about TNA on Saturday, so we're kind of, we don't have much on TNA to discuss today, but I had to bring up that. Now, here's something, if we want to stick with that, we can talk about. Here's something I just find strange.
Before you go into that, also, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask us, put it in the chat room, and we'd be more than happy to get into it in a couple minutes.
Put it in the chat room, put it on Facebook. We'll be able to answer them from both.
There you go.
A kid from England traveled 3,500 miles just to get to have his wish granted by Jeff Hardy.
Wow.
This guy is still over 3,500 miles for Jeff Hardy.
Man, that's a long way.
Yep. Looks like he came from, I think I said Manchester, England, all the way here just to see Jeff Hardy during his recovery. He's actually here recovering anyway. Wow, man.
That's pretty awesome, though.
I mean, everyone, TNA guys don't do this, they don't do that, they don't, well, there's Jeff Hardy granting a wish right there, so good for Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, pretty cool, man. I like Jeff Hardy. I actually listened to one of his recent interviews where he said that he would be interested in having the Hardy Boys actually, stay reunited for the next couple months, but he doesn't know how, what's Matt's standing with TNA and if he's going to stick around or not. But I'd be happy to see him have a run with the titles, with the TNA titles. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, and I had read that he's got some heat with ROH over the fact that he just kind of took off. I don't think that they had cleared him to do TNA, so I don't know if he'll be able to go back to ROH right now, but from what I hear, he's one of the best things going in ROH. Again, I don't seek out I need to start doing it because everyone says it's getting better, but I hear Matt Hardy is one of the best things going in ROH right now.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not so big on Matt. Never really saw that much in him after he left the WWE.
He went a little crazy for a while, but
yeah, well, he's still a little bit crazy from the recent news that we've heard about his arrests with Reby Sky and everything. They were having a match in their bathroom.
That was a couple years ago, though, wasn't it?
No, they actually had it. No, it just recently happened again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a couple months ago.
Damn.
Yeah, she actually she beat him up pretty bad. He had a bunch of scratch marks on his face, and she was bruised up as well. So I guess it was
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, they had reported it like 2 months after it actually happened. Yeah, because they were already back together.
yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that now. You're right. You're right. That was a couple of months ago. See, my memory sucks.
They have a weird relationship.
Obviously. Obviously. Man, I haven't had a sip of beer in like an hour.
WWE should pick up Reby Sky. I mean, she looks good, and she's trained. I could do something with her.
I don't they have something against people that have done Playboy?
Probably. Has she done Playboy? Oh.
Yeah. I think that's about all she was ever known for.
Yeah, probably then.
Yeah, she was a Playboy girl, and I don't know. WWE has that whole we don't want to hire women that have done nude pics, but go on the internet. You want to see Lana naked?
It's there.
Real name is C.J. Perry. Look it up.
It's there.
Nude as can be, people. So, I don't know. I mean, they say they don't want to do this, don't want to do that, yet they bring in people that... I mean, didn't they just put out an article 2 months or 3 months ago that they don't want to hire anybody over 30? Kenta's over 30.
Yeah.
Fergal is over 30, isn't he?
If not over... yeah, he's got it. Yeah. 32.
I think he's 31, 32. I think he's right around Kenta's age. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They say they're not doing this and not doing that, and then they just completely, go behind themselves and do the exact thing they said they weren't going to do.
Yeah, they also said they weren't going to hire any more indie guys, and look what they're doing now. Kevin Steen. Speaking of Kevin Steen, he actually there was a picture release with him and Triple H at NXT. So, guess it's
So I guess he's reported for duty. I'm not. I hope they give him a shot, and I hope he's not in NXT too long. And I hope they don't. Him being a bigger guy is kind of his shtick. So I hope they don't make him try to trim down to the cookie cutter gay shape.
Yeah. How long do you think it's going to be before they debut these guys on NXT?
They might debut him relatively quick on the actual NXT show. Kevin Steen maybe quicker than the others because Kevin Steen can actually, he can cut a pretty decent promo in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe him. I don't know about the other guys. I don't know. They're so weird at how they do stuff.
Yeah, I hope
you hate to kind of guess at what they're gonna do because only they know.
It is a weird company. They have a formula and they run with it. It's not changing.
No, they never want to change. They just want to stick and go. Like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They really stick to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they really do like their if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah. Good for them, but yeah, I don't know. They have been signing a lot of indie talent, and I'm glad. But Steen is probably a damn good pickup for them. But I think there's a lot more guys at ROH they can pick up. That I would like to see them pick up. Like I said, I don't watch it a whole lot, but. What are you going to do? I definitely need to start watching it more. I probably should start looking it up online.
TNA canceling all these shows, man. We talked about that a little bit, but I don't know, man. I really think that this could be a bad sign because, they haven't been canceling shows at all recently, even if they had like 50, 60 people there.
There was some sort of reason that they were canceling the show, though. It wasn't just...
Well, they gave a reason. They said that it's, I don't know, something changed in the schedule or something along those lines. But it's
yeah, I think they said that they got the Manhattan Center and they would rather tape there or something like that.
Yeah, I would understand why. Looks much better at the Manhattan Center.
Yeah, and they're actually drawing crowds. They should just take that place over, man.
They should. Yeah, we were talking about this on the last episode. They should just start doing Northeast shows. I mean, there's obviously a following for them here. People like wrestling, and there's a demand for it, and there's a lack of actual like a big promotion doing shows in the Northeast. It's mostly indies for the most part.
Yeah, they need to do something.
And also, I mean,
But,
they could benefit from that. I mean, they could take a lot of talents from the indies. I mean, a lot of them obviously live in the Northeast because they're doing shows in indies. And yeah, I don't know. If they stick around, man, I can definitely see them doing more shows at the Manhattan Center.
I can too. I mean, it looks great when they do it there. It's so much. I mean, it's so bright and lit up, and so unlike the crappy production that they were doing at the Impact Zone, and even the other live shows looked like shit.
Yeah, definitely.
This seems to be lit up and bright, and the production looks good. They put their ramp on a different side than usual, so they're not looking the same way as WWE does, and so it's they're looking a little bit different.
Yeah. Tazo the Greek is talking shit over here.
Calls. We could try. Why not? Tazo, want to call in THT Podcast on Skype?
Yes, Tazo. All we do is talk about fake fighting. That's what wrestling is.
Yeah, we'll I don't know. He listens to IYH, and when they go off the subject, he starts bitching that they're off the subject. Prick! Make up your fucking mind!
Yeah, man. There you go. We're talking some wrestling, man.
We're actually talking wrestling, and he's getting pissed. What does this guy want?
More
a joint and calm down.
More wrestling.
Smoke a joint and chill out.
More wrestling, Tazo.
Yeah, we haven't taken calls yet, but you want to be the first? Do it up.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. Do you have the number for them, or how can they call in?
Right now, Skype THT Podcast. If you look that up, it'll come up.
There you go. If anybody wants to call in, THT Podcast on Skype, call in, take your calls.
Yeah, we'll try this right on the air. We don't care.
There you go. But
that's it, man.
What else can we talk about? Freaking
Oh, Tazo's going to 7-Eleven. Jesus Christ, bitching now he's got the munchies and won't even call in.
How are you gonna ask to take calls and then you're going to 7-Eleven?
Oh, that's funny.
7.
All right. Tazo got his complaint for the night out. He must feel better now. He needs a burrito from 7-Eleven.
There you go, man. 7-Eleven sucks, by the way.
I stopped there on the way here. I needed some beer. So,
well, see, your 7-Eleven sells beer. I live in Pennsylvania. We don't have beer at 7-Eleven.
What?
Yeah.
You live in a dry county?
Yes, sir.
Wow. When I first moved here, I did. There's very few dry counties now, but that's tough. How far you got to go to get beer?
I mean, not far. We have like beer distributors, but they're just not allowed to sell it at gas stations or like grocery stores or anything like that. You need to have.
Oh my God.
Yeah, pretty much just beer distributors, and as far as alcohol, just wine and spirits.
Wow.
That's it.
I couldn't. I mean, I got to drive 3 miles to a liquor store, and I get pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big drinker, so it doesn't really matter for me. But
yeah. Well. Wow, man. Dry county. I thought people were getting over that. I mean, I got we got a place out in East Texas that that used to be till last year, and they just started getting beer at the grocery store. It's expensive, but
there's some pictures with Fergal and Triple H as well now
on NXT website.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and share this on the Facebook page in just 1 second. Yeah, they got
Right.
Kenta and Vince McMahon, and I guess they're making a big deal out of these guys. Thank God.
Again, I'm just a little bit scared they're going to use Kenta as their ambassador for the network. Which, I mean, they've got the right to do it, but we all know the guy can wrestle.
Yeah, you know they are, though. I just hope that they utilize him better than that.
I hope so, too. But I don't think he speaks English, does he?
I don't believe so.
So there's one hurdle he needs to get over. So
yeah, I just put that picture on the Facebook page if anybody wants to check it out. It's Kevin Steen and Triple H, Fergal and Triple H, and Kenta and Triple H and Vince McMahon.
Here, give me 1 second. We jump over to it real quick.
Rock. Let's go ahead and give our predictions again for SummerSlam. See if our minds changed at all from last week.
Did I bring the... I left the paper in the other room. Give me 1 sec. I'll get up in 2 seconds. I'm going to post this picture in the chat so they don't have to change... Hold on here. There's somebody in the chat. I posted the picture real quick. Give me 1 sec here. All right, I'll be right back. You can, if you want to talk amongst yourselves, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're also going to be doing something new every week for the Hot Tag podcast. We're going to be doing different segments, and one of these is going to be, as many of you know, I do graphic design and different types of artwork and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead on Facebook, and probably every week I'm going to give about 10 different wrestling names, and I'll put that in a poll, and you guys can vote on it. And by the next week, I'll have an art piece done with that wrestler, and I'll release it on the Facebook page for you guys to check it out. So I'll think of 10 wrestlers tonight, and I'll probably put a poll up so you guys can go ahead and vote on that. Figured, we'd do something different, incorporate other stuff into the podcast, and we're gonna have different segments and make it a bit more exciting, and yeah, something to look forward to. We got Boxman back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just trying to figure out who this is in the chat. Who knows who I am from Florida? Oh, it's my buddy Joe. What up, Joe?
There you go. How's it going, Joe?
That's funny. All right, I have our predictions that we said before. I forgot I left them in the other room.
All right.
So, the first match we started with, looks like we started with the main event, which is Brock versus Cena.
You say he's not laying down. I don't know, man.
Well, both of us have Lesnar right now.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Lesnar. I don't know. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way when you said he's not laying down for him. That kind of gave me a hint, and when he does, think, and I've learned my lesson not to vote against Cena. Don't bet against this guy. This guy is Super Cena. So.
Yeah, you got a point. He definitely is. But coming off the streak, man, coming off beating that streak, they can't. I don't see WWE doing it. I don't see WWE giving it to Cena. If they do, they do. I will thoroughly enjoy Tuesday night if they do. No, I will. Trust me, I'll enjoy whatever you got to say. But
I'm gonna have to take a lap. But anyway, do you actually really see them putting Brock over twice in a row? Like Cena laying down for him twice?
I think the way they've been building this match is the only way to go. But that's my opinion.
They have to. I mean, with the streak on the line pretty much now, I mean, they have to, man. But I just hope they don't mess it up.
Yeah, and it looks like Chat room's going with Lesnar. It looks like two. Most of the chat room is.
There you go.
Yeah, you guys can join in these on the chat room. Remember the link for the chat room is on the Facebook. So there we go. Now we got, oh man, like I said last week, this is, I mean, compare this one to Macho, Steamboat, Hogan Andre. It's Brie versus Steph.
There you go. The most exciting match on the card. I'm going to go ahead and go with Stephanie.
Yep, you said Steph, and I think Brie's going to take it. Now, while we're talking about this match, you see Daniel Bryan showing up at SummerSlam?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Actually, I don't know, man. I didn't think about that, but they could. I mean, it's SummerSlam,
I didn't listen. I didn't think about it either, and I was listening to. I'll go ahead and give them a plug. The Law Live Audio Wrestling today, and they asked, and I started thinking, it's really up in the air. I mean, did he already get his surgery? Maybe he's recovered now. Maybe he didn't need the surgery. They weren't sure. I haven't seen any news about him.
Yeah, just the fact that they barely ever mention him on Raw. That could be because they want to keep him as a surprise for SummerSlam, or it could be that they're just not happy with him and think that he's, injury prone. And if that's the case, then I feel bad for him. But just them not even mentioning him catching the burglar at his house, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because it's like, you guys are searching for heroes. You want to get these guys over as heroes. This is something that a guy did in real life that would be considered as something a hero would actually do, and you guys didn't capitalize on it. Not even capitalize. You didn't even mention it. So
yes,
I don't know.
And I certainly thought they would. I remember me and you talked about if they were. You didn't think they would. If I remember correctly, and I thought they sure as hell would. And I can't believe I was wrong. But I mean, you'd figure, you just explained it. They're always promoting these guys as superheroes, and there's a guy doing superhero real life stuff. But you can't teach the kiddies to run after burglars.
There you go.
So, yeah, that was that. I don't know. He probably won't. I could see him maybe coming down and being in the audience if he does show up. Maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Possible. I just thought I'd ask your opinion. What next? Randy Orton, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns without a question.
We both got Reigns here, and I definitely see it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we probably don't need to get much into that. But next match, Rollins and Ambrose. If it actually happens.
Yeah, if it actually happens. If Vince Russo lets it happen.
Goddamn pricks.
Yeah, this is an iffy one. This is the one that I can see it going either way. I mean, I'm gonna stick with Rollins though.
Yep, we're split on this one. I think they're gonna give it to Ambrose. I do.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and change my mind. I think maybe Ambrose, just because. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with Ambrose.
All right. I'm writing it in a different color pen so we know. You changed.
Changed my mind.
All right, and then we go to the wonderful next match. Man, we got two Divas matches on this. Paige versus AJ Lee again.
AJ.
Yeah, both of us got AJ here. The more I see Paige, the more I'm wondering how long she's going to be on the main roster.
You think so?
I don't know if it's just me, but she doesn't seem like she's completely connecting either. And
yeah,
I don't know. I see her maybe going back to NXT in the next month or two, maybe. I don't know. Anything's possible.
I don't know. I don't see that happening. I think she's going to be around, but she's definitely not connecting as much as I thought she would. But I love her finishing move. I think that's a tremendous move, and that's pretty much one of the only things that's over with me as far as she's concerned.
Yeah, I mean, she just seemed. I mean, they've already switched her from face to heel, which they usually wouldn't do if you are connecting and getting over with the crowd, in my opinion. So,
Right. Why would they change?
I don't know.
Yeah. If it's not
I
broke.
don't know. I mean, look, Brodus Clay. They brought him up, and then he was back in NXT. So you never know.
Then again, that was Brodus Clay though.
I liked Brodus. I thought they just messed up what they did with him. They should have just.
Well, yeah, definitely. If they brought him in as somebody like King Kong Bundy or One Man Gang, somebody that's just like just a powerhouse. I mean,
Vader.
Yeah, Vader. Good example. I mean, I think he would have got over.
I think so too, but they didn't. So
imagine if they kept him as a monster. Not even kept him as a monster. Debuted him as a monster, and have him as a part of the authority right now instead of Kane. If he was actually really, I mean, I don't know. They could have definitely done something with him, and it's unfortunate. I mean, the guy, he had a lot of potential.
I think so too, man. I think they could have definitely. I mean, he was a former bodyguard for Snoop Dogg. Capitalize on that.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do something like that.
And Weeps is saying that the burglar did the job for Brian.
Good burglars. There were two of them, I think, though. You got one.
Yeah, one of them jobbed out to Daniel Bryan. That's good
stuff. Yeah, you locked up for a second there. All right, you're back now.
There you go.
Yeah, I think your Skype locked up for a second. All right, and then we got Rocky IV. I mean, Rusev versus Swagger. It's Rocky, Drago, yo, Adrian. So,
yeah. What the hell does he say? Is it Rusev Machkia or whatever the fuck it is?
I think it says more vodka, please. I have no clue.
Vodka, please.
Rusev vodka.
Rusev vodka.
Yeah,
that's
great.
Russian. There's a flag tattooed on his arm, and they're trying to get him over as a Russian. Come on, man. People are not stupid.
Well, they call him
the Bulgarian something, but
Bulgarian something, yeah. And I mean, at least they finally. And they finally caught on because they were saying from Russia. Now he's billed as now living in Bulgaria. So they definitely caught themselves in a I don't know what you call that.
Well,
they caught themselves fucking up.
Yeah. They bill him as now residing in Russia.
Right. Bulgaria, because for a while they were just saying Russia. And I think everybody was going, that's not a Russian tattoo.
Really? They switched it?
Oh. Yeah. Right when they dropped the Alexander Rusev, they just called him Rusev.
Now, the tattoo on his arm, that he has the Bulgarian flag, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's why they finally said, well, we got to say now residing in Bulgaria.
I think it's the opposite, man. I think they say that. Yeah, they say now residing in Russia. That's what they say.
They could say from Bulgaria now residing in Russia. You might be right.
That's what. Well, they don't even say from Bulgaria. That's my whole thing. They just say residing in Russia, which is weird.
I don't know.
It's just like,
I guess you can't cover the tattoo every time he goes out, I guess.
Yeah. Guess not.
Guess not. You could just, I don't know. But we both got swagger for this match. Both of us think USA is taking it.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't see it going any other way.
I can't either. If they go any other way, the feud will continue, and it's possible it could happen, though.
Yeah, no thank you. I'm okay on that one.
Let's see. What comes up after SummerSlam? Extreme Rules?
No, Extreme Rules is after Mania.
Right. You're right. What's after SummerSlam?
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions.
Yeah, Rusev and Swagger. I don't even see them being on that card.
No.
Unless Rusev is going after a title, I could see that. Maybe going after Sheamus, his U.S. title. See, now that would be good. Going after Sheamus, get the U.S. title. That's a good heel move right there.
That would be.
With the U.S. title. I can see that happening. I call it now. Make it happen, WWE.
There you go. Did you remember that Sheamus was the U.S. champion before he walked down with the belt?
I did, but I tend to forget that from time to time because it's not really important. It's just
totally forgot. I had no clue. He comes walking down with the belt, and I was like, "Oh shit, he's champion, isn't he?"
Yeah.
Good to know.
Absolutely forgot, right? Yeah.
That's good to know.
Can't blame you. He never defends it. I mean, nobody defends the U.S. title. Have you noticed that? I mean, Ambrose, he defended it probably like 20 times over the year and some change.
I'll bet not even. I'll bet he defended it 8 to 10 times, if that.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, he went a good 4 or 5 months, at least 4 months without defending that son of a bitch.
They should drop the title and just bring the TV title back and actually defend it weekly on the television. That was something I liked, but I don't know. Just the fact that they barely defend the titles, man. I mean, I can understand the world heavyweight title that should only be defended on the pay-per-views, but a title like the tag titles or maybe at least once a month on one of these Raws, defend them. Just makes it a bit more exciting, but hey, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, man.
Exactly. You can't do anything about it.
Yep.
So, all right, I guess that's it for the Swagger Rusev match, and we go on to Bray versus Y2J.
Yes, sir. Bozzy's own. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with Bray.
Yeah, I am too. I think Jericho's never had a problem laying down for the young talent. So,
unlike Cena.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you bring that up. Did you read that Evan Bourne thing? And Evan Bourne was saying how Cena kind of pushes people down to keep his spot and all that.
No, but I can believe that.
Yeah, Evan Bourne's got a shoot coming out, and that's part of what he says. That talks a little bit about Cena and how his politics work. So
now, from my understanding, he's Evan Bourne is the one that went out and said that he's ready to burn bridges, and it's just a no holds barred interview. Yeah. That should be good.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. I like Evan. I thought they could have done a lot more with him.
Yeah,
I was hoping.
He's good, man. High flyer, great high flyer, and not the greatest on the mic, but they could have worked on that.
Yeah, and there's another guy. I think everyone was like, Cena's gonna elevate him, and then not so much.
Yep, it just bombed.
Not so much. So we go on to the last match we got here, which is Ziggler versus The Miz.
I'm gonna say, who did I choose? I chose The Miz.
Both of us did.
All right, I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna change mine to Ziggler.
Another change. I'm not changing any of mine just because. Not like we're betting money here or anything.
I'm gonna change it to Ziggler.
All right, so
gonna make it. They're probably not gonna do it just because he's got a movie coming out. They want him to hold the belt, but
that's what I'm thinking. WWE loves that media whore, and we'll see. We'll see though. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna go. It's 50-50.
Anything new on Sting? I haven't heard
nothing.
I don't know, man. Offered him $10,000. $10,000. That's it.
That's what I heard.
That is awful.
That's what they said on the law. The law said that Meltzer. Actually, Meltzer said it on the law that he had heard from a source that they offered him a $10,000, which which I think is double what I think the Legends contract is only a $5,000 deal. Which might be why Scott Steiner said it's not worth the paper it's written on.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, they can make, I don't know, 5,000 at an indie show. I mean, they can do 2 nights and make that money. That's a low blow, man. That's a big smack to the face, in my opinion.
Well, I think Honky Tonk Man said those exact words. He can make more money at an indie show than he can doing a Legends deal. And once you got a Legends deal, they own your ass. You got to confirm everything you do with them.
Yeah. How does Lawler get away with this? Because he does a lot of indie shows.
It's probably part of his contract. I mean, I'm sure Lawler's smart enough to know, but he also owns a promotion. I mean, Booker T owns a promotion too, that Reality of Wrestling, and he gets to do his stuff because I think he's got a show coming up actually in a few weeks. So maybe it's just all about your contract, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Plus, they're probably high on those guys. I mean, they probably have a different case than somebody like, I don't know, Song Man, which a great guy. I mean, he's just not as relevant as Jerry the King Lawler or Booker T. I mean, they're still with the company, so.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to I mean, Cena is not going to be able to do, go make an indie appearance anywhere, but,
right.
I mean, they're really just announcers now, and, I mean, I think JBL does a few things on his own, and Cole is just a corporate shell of a man anyway, so he's not doing anything but what WWE tells him, so.
Can you see Cena on the indie circuit in like 10 years, just doing appearances? Not at all.
I think when Cena's gone from wrestling, he's going to be gone from wrestling.
There goes my dream of ever flipping his merchandise table.
Well, maybe his dad will still be selling his merchandise. You can always do that. Johnny Fabulous, flipping over merchandises. So that was it. We got SummerSlam done.
What's with his dad?
I don't know. But anytime they're in Boston and Randy Orton comes out, I get really worried for his father.
He beats the hell out of him every time.
He beats that poor guy to death.
Yeah. Was he involved in wrestling?
I think yeah. His dad was a wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't know how big. I think he was up in Japan.
Yeah. They should have sent John Cena's ass to Japan for a couple years.
Oh God. I mean, he did some of the indies, but I mean, he was prototype on the indies. So, I mean, if you look at some of that stuff, he was just the same as he is now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I can't see him doing indies in 10 years. I think when he's gone, he's going to take his money and run.
Yeah.
Unless he happens to go broke somehow.
Yeah, it's not happening, man.
You'd be surprised what a woman could do to you.
That is true.
Yep, you never know what can happen with that. So I don't know though. I mean, I don't know. I can't see him doing it, but there's been a few guys who I wouldn't have thought would be doing that. I mean, 15 years ago, could you see Ted DiBiase, trying to be at a Comic-Con with us, trying to get people to sign stuff too? So I don't know, man.
Yep.
But I don't know. We got anything else?
Yeah, well, one thing that really saddened me is Hulk Hogan's birthday. I know if the Ultimate Warrior was alive, man, that would have been a special moment right there. If they would have brought him in, that would have been awesome. Which I'm sure
I was thinking the same thing. Warrior should be here, and definitely would have been if he was still alive. I mean, that's still, to this day, you think about that and what the hell happened, and goddamn, like a fucking, it's literally like a movie ending.
Yeah, and yeah, it was really creepy, man. It felt like he knew, and I know
he did.
Yeah, he's very spiritual, so I don't know.
That last promo was fucking creepy.
Oh yeah, it was weird, man. It was initially he was saying his goodbye, his hello and goodbye at the same time.
Yeah, it was like, hey, thanks for the welcome back, and
goodbye.
I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I mean, but I mean, he did talk about how he just signed a multi-year deal and this and that. So, maybe he was, hoping he was wrong, but I mean, they say you kind of know when it's your time. So I don't know, man. But you're right, though. It would have been awesome for him to be out there last night. It would have been a huge moment.
Yeah, definitely, man. Very, very eerie.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just, I liked the whole Hulk Hogan thing, and then he started shilling the network, and that might have left a lot of bad taste in some people's mouths.
And there's confetti from last night.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's on.
I guess
it's probably more than $9.99. So you can go ahead and just support the WWE Network with your $9.99 instead of buying the confetti from last night.
Yeah, they said the confetti didn't come out all correctly, and I guess it landed on JBL and the announcers like a big ball of it, and they laughed like giddy teenagers for 3 minutes.
That is awesome. I did not notice that.
Yeah, I heard about the whole ending thing. I don't know if it's on demand when I go home. I'm gonna try to watch. I might watch a little bit of the network because I shelled out my $9.99 for the network.
$9.99.
So
come on, Michael. Come on,
yeah, Michael.
$9.99, Michael.
It's only $9.99. I'm from Bermuda.
I'm just one of them country folks, man. JBL.
Yeah, country folk from fucking Bermuda.
Yep.
Bermuda. God damn it, JBL.
Oh man, JBL.
I don't know, man.
I was never big on him either, man.
I'm not too big on the announcing at all in WWE right now, but I'm not too big on the announcing in TNA. It seems like they don't want to concentrate on the matches anymore. They just want to make jokes.
Yeah, but TNA's team is probably even worse, man. I mean, Taz he's horrendous, and Mike Tenay, I mean, he's just tired of it. He's been doing the same thing for like 20 years, and he's had his run. I mean, he was cool in WCW though. He would give you all those facts about the luchadors and their history, and he would call all the moves. He was great in WCW, I thought, as far as just being the guy to call the technical moves and all that. But now it's just, not so much.
No, not so much. Yeah, I mean, him and Taz, like I said once before, I get a couple good laughs out of Taz, about the same I do out of JBL. A couple good laughs, and I'm done.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I agree.
Yeah, I'm just done after that. It's just not... Whatever.
Anything else you wanna talk about as far as wrestling?
I don't know, man. I don't know if we got anything else. Like I said, we went over so much Saturday. We did a 4-hour show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we definitely talked about a lot Saturday. So I don't know, man. What do you got?
I don't got much else, man. Within the last 4 days, you guys got about 7 hours of us talking some wrestling.
That's it. I guess we can sign out and do it again next week.
Definitely, for sure. If you want to go ahead and plug in all the social networks.
That's it. It's all THT Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, same thing. The website, hottagpodcast.weebly.com.
There you go.
What else do we have? What else?
That's about it, man. On the Facebook, you can join us on there. Go ahead on facebook.com/group/THT Podcast.
There you go. And we will see you guys again next week. Don't forget, I'll have this chat going again next week. It should be the same chat till we get our website up. And chat was fun. Thanks to everyone who's listening live and in the chat. Beef, Ultimate Beef, Tazo. President Van Buren just left. JB Money, my boy from Florida. Weeble. And yeah, me and you were in there. And Matt's in there. And appreciate it, guys. We will see you guys next week. Tell him, Shaheen.
Nor and Brad in there also, as well as Simon. Can't forget about them. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in live. Thanks for everybody in the chat room. Please go ahead and share this with anybody that you know, any wrestling friends that you know on your Facebook friends list. Go ahead and just suggest them to like our page, join the conversations. It's better for everybody, and it's we'll be back next Tuesday doing the same thing again.
That's it. Next Tuesday, we will get this Skype tested out, make sure we can take calls, and we will have a phone number for you people to call in next week.
There you go.
There you go. So, till then, take it easy and have fun, guys. Bye.
The Nasty Boys are just plain nasty. I've been telling you something! It's you against us, and you're going